Just want to make sure it's going live.
I think I'm just about to finish Xanadu. It says I'm on the last dungeon of the game.
What chapter are you on?
Chapter 8. It says the last chapter.
Okay, because I think there is post-game and a secret ending you can get that will give you more stuff to do.
Oh man.
Yeah, there is.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
cold
Falcom.
one. Falcom.
You don't get to escape this game just yet, Joey.
No, I want this to be over.
You gotta deal with the most milquetoast characters in existence, and just. All right.
I still need to watch your full review on that game, but
I think you'll agree with like what you've talked about in our videos. You'll probably agree with a lot of what I have to say. Okay, and then I'll just post this in the Discord. Alright, it's being kind of fucky. Anyways, whatever. We'll just go live now. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the long-awaited return of Airship Lounge. I have not one, but two guests with me today. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? You guys have been on here before, but it never hurts to be a refresher.
Keytoaeris,
Sure, no.
Joey. Oh, I'm sorry.
I probably should have directed. I guess Joey can go first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Keytoaeris, Joey, been around here a lot. If Crimson is the future king of JRPGs, then I'm going to be his court jester. And I'm also a massive Trails Kaseki fan. I actually played this game before both of these guys did in Japanese. And I've been holding stuff in for over a year.
Yeah, I remember specifically after I beat the game, you like tweeted me like I've had to sit on this for like a fucking year. That was really funny to me.
It's torture.
And my second,
understandable.
Yeah, and my second guest, would you like to introduce yourself? You've also been on Airship Lounge a long time ago, like Joey.
Yes, I think we did the talking about Trails as a series as a whole. My name is Sable Corgi. Trails is definitely my favorite series at this point. Taken over for some of the other ones I first got into the genre with. But I do also really like playing through Persona, SMT, and then the Yakuza series as well.
Excellent choices. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we had both of these guys on early, like about a couple years ago, I think, when Daybreak was first ever coming to the West.
We did Daybreak 2 as well.
Yeah, we had like a Daybreak discussion, and it was enjoyable. And I figured, I'll invite these guys back to do. Actually, this was Joey's idea because he was like, "We got to do a discussion." I was like, "Yeah, we've done discussions on the other Daybreak games. Let's do this one as well."
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna start with this discussion and preface it by saying, "Holy fucking shit!" With this game, like no,
yeah,
no holds. First off, massive improvement over Daybreak 2.
Definitely.
You can definitely tell that this game had a lot more development time in comparison.
Yeah, this did not feel
2 years
like
instead of 1 year.
Yeah, and I am someone who has said they do enjoy Daybreak 2, but like in terms of just pure narrative focus, like this game, first of all, just feels so much more focused than Daybreak 2 does.
Yeah, and I think so as well. And I think too that I think probably my only gripe really is just it got off to a pretty slow start. I mean, you got into the prologue and you started there and it was pretty interesting, and then you're just back to Edith doing a whole bunch of quests. So for me, that kind of brought things to a halt just for a little bit up until we really got through Act 1, which was probably longer than it should have been.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Act 1 is way too long for its own good, and especially since it only focuses on one day overall, and
yeah,
nothing really happens in it until the very end. It's a very strange choice.
Yeah, the most you get out of Act 1 is kind of just hanging out with President Grahamhart, which is cool. So I haven't mentioned this, but I fully finished recording for the Horizon review, and that'll be out in probably about a week or so. And one of my bigger praises for this game is how well it makes you actually like President Grahamhart.
Yeah,
he's a very interesting character.
Yeah, because one of my biggest I've never mentioned it, but one of my biggest worries for this was that they would just turn him into Osborn 2.0. And I love Osborn, great character, probably still one of the best antagonists in the series. But like, I am so happy Grahamhart actually has his own characteristics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Especially he's not actually the main antagonist. But we're gonna go over that shortly.
Yeah. But I think we can all kind of agree. Act 1, in my opinion, is like, it tries to be longer than necessary, but it's like, look, I love Van, but like, I want to spend time with all of these characters, and it's just kind of the same shit you did in other games.
Yeah. And that's just kind of how it felt. It's just a little bit too long in the tooth. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I need to get to these other places, see what's really going on, because, I mean, you start off really cool with, hey, there's a rocket that's going to launch. And it's like, but nah, let me go find some lost kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. That rocket launch thing, that evolved into something I was legit not expecting, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there.
That's one of the most insane arcs I've ever seen, but like, for now, let's focus on arc 1. One thing I did kind of like was, one thing I've noticed, this is like a minor thing, but Van is actually able to talk to people a lot more clearly now.
Yeah.
Like, it really shows the 2 games of progression he's had. He's way more open about his feelings.
Though he still gets flustered around Elaine, which leads to some very hilarious moments.
Yeah, he still fucking sucks at talking to women, but, like, he like me for real. God, that hits so much harder with this fucking PFP I have on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Act 1 is very, very slow. I don't hate it. I still enjoyed, like, playing it. Again, I'm a sucker for Edith. I love the design of it, so I never... Plus, it is kind of cool that they added a new area.
Yes.
Like the you finally get to see where, like, Agnes lives. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Going
to the house, and then, like, you're there for a little bit, and then it's even a part of her Connect event, the first one, with the dog, Alphonse.
I love the dog. The dog is such a good addition.
Yeah, speaking of Connect events, they finally did something that I have been asking for since Cold Steel 1.
Yeah, you can now just watch all the Connect events.
You can watch every single event in a single playthrough.
Thank you.
I'm shocked it took them until Horizon to do this. Like, that kind of shocked me.
And I think
definitely
Horizon might be the first game you can platinum in a single playthrough if you played on Nightmare, but that's not really that important. But I just think it's neat.
Yeah, it's definitely great. That is definitely a long needed addition because I love Trails.
Yeah.
But having to play a 60 to 80 hour RPG twice in a row for a platinum is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Granted, you can just skip all the cutscenes on the second playthrough, but
yeah,
it's more like a 20-hour game. But yeah.
True, but you know, well, there's another reason I don't want to do Nightmare, and oh boy, we'll be getting into that one later.
Oh God, I already know.
We'll be talking about that.
Favorite character, probably of all time.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of characters, Chasm stocks fucking rose with this game.
Yes.
Like that was the most Yeah, Chasm has canonically, like, in a relationship. Now he's even less relatable to Trails fans.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's true, unfortunately.
Yeah, also, I'm gonna say, like him being playable, I definitely think, despite some issues I have with, like, some of the garden itself, I definitely think him actually being a party member made me like him a bit more, especially his, like, interactions with the rest of the cast. Yeah.
And, you know, it just added other great moments. It helped much neededly especially with Ferry, because dialogue-wise, outside of her 2 Connect events, dialogue-wise, she basically says the same, like, 1 or 2 things over and over again the entire game, which is disappointing, but you know, there's not enough time for everybody.
I think in
Ferry
general
hasn't had significant development since Daybreak 1, unfortunately. However, I do think next game she's going to get crazy development because of that one vestige.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real here. I think
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, but at the same time, like, I think Aerie is just kind of a victim. I feel like every Trails game kind of has that character that doesn't get as much development as they should. Like, Sky was Zin. Like, you could say Annalise, but Annalise really isn't, like, a central character in that arc in comparison to someone like Zin, who's playable through all 3, and he gets, like, next to nothing outside of SC.
He's just kind of there for the ride.
Yeah. I guess for, like, Quick question: would Azure and Zero, would that be like Noelle to be that character?
No, I don't think so. Dudley.
Dudley,
feels that
I guess
character.
Dudley would make sense, but he's also not like a huge central character. I meant because like Noelle's way more of a focus than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think every character in Zero and Azure got enough screen time for.
Yeah,
For
for what it
them.
was.
Yeah, and like,
It was a little bit better balanced.
and I guess
Especially since it was the shortest arc in the entire franchise.
yeah, and like I guess for Cold Steel that would probably be like Laura. Laura kind of gets like kicked to the curb in 4 anyways because of Duvalie.
No,
Yeah.
I think Laura gets a bit more than Machias and Elliot at least.
Yeah, that's
But-
also very fair.
Yeah.
Like Machias and Elliot, why'd you guys even fucking show up? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
His S-Craft heals me. I'm the healer now. Speaking of which, have you guys ever seen the video Perception Check?
No.
It's a D&D video of like a bard making fun of someone really short because he got like a nat 20 on like a vicious mockery thing. So I'm like, if Elliot ever comes back to the series, he needs to just like he just needs to do that to Campanella. Just make a whole song about how he's short. But anyways, yeah, Act 1, I think we can all kind of agree. Were there any moments you guys like really liked from Act 1, or would you just say it's just kind of eh?
Well,
I'll
I
agree
would
with-
say the intermission part was handled well because, sometimes with that you never know how they're going to handle it with particular relationships in Trails. So I think they did a good job of kind of handling that, and mostly with Van and Agnes on the roof, but
that
Yeah,
wasn't
that-
Act 1 though. That was Act 2.
That
was a little later. Okay.
Yeah, that was a little later.
Yeah,
All-
that didn't happen until the end of Act 2. But
all in all, it's a
Act
decent.
1, I think.
Go
I
go
think
ahead.
Act 1, my favorite part. I think my favorite part was just getting to see more of Yorda's character and her interactions with Van. I think that was my favorite part of Act 1.
Yeah, turning
Overall.
Yorda and Van into like a father-daughter duo was like probably one of the best things they could have done, because she is literally
Yeah.
like Van's kid. Like
They're
they-
like Reed and Altina, but I think that they're different enough that it doesn't feel like a rehash.
Yeah,
a little bit.
it's not like a guy giving humanity to this emotional doll, which was like the Reen Altina thing. It's more just
Yeah.
two fucked up people finding a familial like bond with each other.
Yeah, I think that's great, especially since her brother fucking sucks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we should probably talk about East for this game.
Oh God.
Personally, I'm really hoping Kai 2 fleshes him out more, because I think there's an interesting idea with him in this game where it's like Yorda's kind of like, hey, we don't have to kill anymore. That's really fun and cool and nice. And he's like, well, killing, like what? You don't accept, because like his whole personality is like, if I don't have this, what am I? And I think that's a very interesting setup, because Yorda wants to walk away from that, but East is kind of like, if I lose this, I'm literally nothing.
Yeah, it's all he knows, and that's why he teamed up with the Vestiges and the main. Actually, there really wasn't a main villain of this game, was there? There were just a bunch of different factions.
Yeah, Kai is, I'd say in terms of villains with Horizon, it's more setting up than anything else.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
yeah,
we
I'm
honestly don't know who the main villain of this arc even is now. Because
Yeah.
we all thought it was going to be Gramhart. But
then it's just
that's
like,
not
no.
the case.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah.
that later. That's probably the most fucking nuts thing we'll talk about. Like, but like, yeah, I admittedly, I think Eeks has potential. That it just really is going to depend on how they do deal with him in the later games. Because I think he could have a good arc, but like at the same time, I also kind of like that he's just twisted. Like he's a little too far gone to be helped.
Yeah, and I mean, in that sense, it's kind of like Harwood, but where it's just this guy's just a bastard, and it's just kind of how the way he is.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping, I'm going to be optimistic that you're right on that, but I just feel like he's just going to be one of those annoying little fuckers that just keeps popping up, and just he'll make a mess, and then he'll give you like a tiny bit of story, and then that's it.
He's going to be the new
then-
age guild. They're going to be fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of that Van and Yorda moment, Yun Kai Fei's introduction to the series might be one of the best they've ever done.
Yes. That was just too much fun.
Yeah, him just experiencing idol culture.
because you don't even know who this guy is. You have a feeling, but you're like, no, there's no way this is the guy, right? There's no way.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
keeps popping up again and again. You're like, all right, he's got to be the guy, but why is he so weird?
Yeah, it's like this is the guy that trained, and then at the end you're like, okay, I get how he can train both Reen and Shizuna. Like,
He's a very wild character, and I really hope he's playable eventually.
yeah. Plus, like the reveal of the Divine Blades are basically like the counterproductives to like everything that's revealed later.
Yeah,
Which is such a cool concept because it's just like Reen and Shizuna are basically the main students he created to deal with this problem.
Yeah.
I like the
Rip Annalise and Oreos. And Cassie.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Just...
Moving on.
But yeah, Act 1's slow, but it has a lot of really good moments, I think. It has some pretty good moments. Also, it has Gao Long wanting to bang Rixia, which is the realest shit I've ever heard in my life.
and he just says it so awkwardly and just with a straight face, which makes it even better.
That was one of the funniest scenes in the entire franchise. I'm like...
I just really hope Kondo drops like a side story later on where he goes to Crossbell and fights Lloyd.
That would...
Oh my god.
Like he decides to fight Lloyd because he thinks that will make Rixia like him.
We're gonna talk about Lloyd a little later, though.
Oh yeah, that bum's got some explaining to do, but we'll get to that in a moment. For now, let's talk about the other aspect. How did you guys feel about the routes before and like after they were implemented?
I really like the system. I think it was a great way to tell everybody stories without having too many people in the party at the same time, which I think is a big issue with like some of the later Falcom games. I think it was a good way to go around that.
Yeah, I think.
However, I do think that van got way too many routes. I'm gonna be honest. I think he got way too many.
I'm gonna argue against that because I think he got that many solely because again, this is still his story. Like, I think it was important to give him more routes than other characters, mainly because, like, again, it is his story here.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I just think some of them could have been like mixed together a little bit because of how short they were at times.
That is completely fair. But again, I will also argue that he should have that many routes because again, this is still his arc. Like, I probably would have had more of an issue if like Reen or Kevin had more routes than he did.
Yeah. I mean, at first, seeing the routes, I'm like, okay, what are they going to do with this? Because, Reen showing up, I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense when they had the, their version of the soldats, the assault frames. And then, I was like, what the hell is Kevin going to do here? And turned out to be, that turned out to be so much more fun than I ever thought it was going to be. Because I didn't really like them in other titles. Like, I'm like, I don't really care for Swin or Nadia, to be honest. That's just me. And I was like, what are they going to do to make them likable? And I have to say, they did win me over this time around. It was a lot funnier.
Are at their best when they're with Rufus and Lapis.
Yeah.
That's what we've learned That's what we've learned from this title and Reverie.
Yeah.
When they're by themselves, they're just kind of...
They're there and nothing else.
Yeah, they're there.
Like, they have an interesting
Especially
past,
Swin,
but like...
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty much got as much, interest as like a wooden board. It's just, he's there.
Yeah. Also, the fact that I'm still kind of pissed that in Daybreak 2, he decided when he becomes a boss fight, he decides that, I'm just going to lock the fuck in as a character now.
Oh, yeah, I remember being there for that stream. That was so funny.
I was pissed, bro, because I just gave up on trying to do the event, because for some fucking reason, he now decides to be a good character in combat.
Crits for thee, but not... Crits for me, but not for thee.
Also, him and Nadia are just dating now? That was a weird thing. Like, that was admittedly a really weird thing to be off-screened, of all things.
Yeah, and I mean, it was something you knew was gonna come eventually, but that probably should have been something they showed, since it's literally like smacking you in the face the whole time. Yeah, and then it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, now we're together.
Yeah, it's like, I kind of expected like a Connect event or maybe like something to happen in the route, but it's just like at the start of Kevin's route, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we're dating now.
Yeah.
What?
With how much Nadia made like a big stink of it throughout the game, throughout the 3 games, there it's it's just kind of like, it's just like, I'm not against it, obviously. Admittedly, I've never really been a huge fan of romances and trails.
She even calls herself wife material in Kai, which is super funny.
Yeah,
and
Well,
I think the funniest, I'm going to say it right now, I think the Kevin route is the funniest route in the game. Like, the way, like,
Absolutely.
Kevin just bounces off perfectly with that cast, especially Rufus, who is just hysterical in this game.
He's just there for the ride, and he's like, well, I don't have any money, so we're just going to drain Kevin's money.
Yeah, like...
Exactly.
Like, that Energy Drink Connect event is still, to this day, one of the funniest stories they've ever told.
The Energy Drink Connect was so fucking good, man. Like, and you get one of the best cores in the entire game from it, too. Which is insanity.
Yeah, also getting to see Kevin... Like, Kevin, again, was probably the main reason I was excited for this game. Because, again, we haven't gotten this guy as a playable character since, like, Sky Third.
Sky Third. 8?
Yep.
No. 10 games.
Yeah.
But fucking Fee gets nearly 10 of them.
Oh my god. I for Kai 2, I know we're going to probably get there later, but please bring in different characters, for the love of God. Not the same, like, 5 people.
I can accept that Fee is there.
And you will fucking like it, because Cassandra Lee Morris needs fucking money.
I like Fee, but, like, I can also understand, like, I think she has a fair reason to be there, because she's a transfer bracer. But, like, I really hope later on they start actually doing more transfer bracers. Like, bring in Sarah Veilstein. Like, she's a bracer.
Bring Sarah, bring Joshua and Estelle. Literally anybody.
Like, I like...
Random bracer from LaBeurle. I don't care. Anybody. Give me Agate. There we go.
Bring back Chloe.
Bring back... I wonder, like, considering we get the reveal of, like, all the stuff with the Divine Blades, I wonder if that means we're going to see Annalise again.
I have a feeling. Especially after what you found out later on anyway.
Yeah, speaking of which...
Near the end.
And then the Reen route. It kind of admittedly started off the second weakest to me. Like, it was cool to see Reen, like, be a lot more confident now and, like, interact with the cast. I admittedly love the fact that he just gets drunk with Crow because they're just completely irresponsible together. Like...
Yes.
The Blowjob Brothers are the best duo in the entire franchise.
Oh, yeah. Sable wasn't here for that. During my streams, I would put, like, Van... I would put Van, Rufus, Kevin, and Reen together and call them the Blowjob Brothers. It was like no girls were allowed on the team.
Oh my god.
And that bit you in the ass.
Oh yeah, I got my ass beat during one of the later garden fights, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Just the joke concept was it was just like no girls allowed.
He also decided to dress Reen up as Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen again and it affected the ending a second time.
Yeah. So
though not to nearly the same extent.
So the thing is, at the end of Cold Steel 3, you know how you like basically release the curse at the end of Cold Steel 3?
Yeah.
So in that game, I put Reen in the ogre hair, and I gave him Gojo's sunglasses. Just through the entire game, it's basically just, I would always say, like, among heaven and earth, I alone am the Ashen one. He's just a big Gojo ripoff, and then at the end, I left those on. So
you didn't even see his fucking ogre eyes, and I was like, oh my god.
I was getting shit from everyone from that, and it was hysterical. So I just did it again at the end. I also left Kevin in a towel.
Oh my
god. So when the big like reset thing was happening, you just saw Kevin in a towel.
You also left Zen in a towel too.
Yeah, Zen, and I think I left Rufus in his swimwear.
This is why I don't use the costumes on a first playthrough.
See, counter argument. This is why I use the costumes in a playthrough.
Yeah.
Like, there's just I wish there was like a way to just let them be in gameplay and like take them off.
Not for the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just a toggle or something. I think would be really nice, but
yeah,
maybe something in the future.
Since there's still a little bit more to talk about in terms of Act 1, one thing I forgot to bring up, Kevin now has mastered both the stigmas.
Yes.
Dude, I was popping off during that whole fight. I'm like, there's no way he's that powerful now.
Yeah, he is probably, at this point with those together, the strongest protagonist next to Van.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why I think it's kind of ludicrous they won that fight against him, but Kevin was probably just using 1% of his power anyway.
I'm guessing Kevin was holding back just to test their
He
resolve.
absolutely
Because, like,
was.
you later see in the later game where he just fucks up Leon and Cels and that entire team.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting to see a Kevin that was easily my favorite part of the story was the Kevin route. Just getting to see like Kevin be a lot happier now that he's like gotten over his own issues and like getting to see him
Well, also still being remorseful that he even has to do this assignment in the first place.
Yeah, like you see a much more like human version of him. I like the fact that he never. Also, I'm glad that they don't like erase his darker part of his personality. Like he's still kind of fucked. Like he can still be pretty cruel in this game, but like he's grown a lot, and that's nice.
Oh no, he's still a bit of a monster, and I think that's a really good. I think they remedied the two styles of his character from Sky SE and Sky Third really well.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
He also doesn't look like an egghead.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Like
we will never talk about that design ever again.
All right, the onion priest is back, baby.
Oh yes,
Mr. Onion Ham.
Yeah. Also, I was a little and Hermes. We can't forget about her. Boy, that was a shocker. Like,
yeah.
Just this. I had a feeling she would be involved after Daybreak 2's like pilot thing, when she was like suddenly so good at piloting a military aircraft. I'm like, where the hell did she learn how to do this? Oh yeah, she was a major the whole time.
Yeah, and they do the story about how she helped in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the extra like door events in this game. God, they were so good. They were so good.
They were very good.
Very, very good.
There was so much juicy lore in all of them. There's definitely a few I want to talk about, but I think it's best we stick to our current objective.
Yeah, Matt. I just want to wrap up this final section by talking about the rest of Reen. Reen's early route again was pretty slow. It was nice to see the characters again. And getting to play through the Panzer Soldats again was really cool, though.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a nice little throwback. I thought they'd do more of it, but...
Even if they work completely differently from how they did originally, Cold. I'm not saying that's bad, because the rock, paper, scissors stuff got kind of old by Cold Steel 4. So I think it's good that they changed it up a little bit.
It also kind of fits with the evolving technology.
Yeah, definitely. I want to play as Hermes thing, though. That thing looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If it comes back, that is.
And, yeah, that's really all to say. Act 1 overall is pretty solid, I'd say, for each character. Act 2 is, I think, where the story really starts kicking off, though. Because, because I want to talk about Reens first, because you finally get that fight between him and Shizuna, but even if it cock blocks you. And you finally get the reveal of, like, Shizuna going like, so Master... Well, the reason he trained me was to prevent the end of the world. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, some of the stuff they say in this game, I'm like, aren't you being a little bit, exaggerated? No, they were not exaggerating.
Yeah, no, like, the shit you learn later on. It's like, oh my god, yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, speaking of Shizuna, they finally give her some backstory. Like, that kind of shocked me.
Yeah. Which is...
That they do imply at the end of her, like, Final Connect event that she might have feelings for Van, which is very funny. Like...
Yeah, Anya's is finally out. Yeah, Elaine, you're not getting any rest.
Oh my god. We'll talk about that, because I do think that's one of the best scenes later on. But, Act 2 Reen, you finally start learning more about what's going on. The shield over
Going in that, like, dungeon or the observatory, that's one of the coolest dungeons they've ever made in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
The ancient ruins.
It feels so much like the towers from, like, the Sky games, but also feels really modern at the same time. It's really neat.
Yeah, and it's arguably one of the best bosses, too. Like, great combination.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Kincaid, who was fucking holding back the entire time.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. That is insanity incarnate.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking glad I clipped that moment. I'm so glad.
Yeah, he got me reacting to that reveal at the end.
Yeah, it's on my it's on my Twitch.
It's so funny. But yeah, Act 2, and then Kevin is more like you learn that fucking insane reveal, like about Professor Hamilton.
Yeah, that was really well done too, because I didn't expect that. I mean, there was enough weirdness going on. I was like, what the hell is really causing it? And then it's like, yeah, this is who we're supposed to kill, by the way.
Yeah, and it's
wait,
like
what?
they've basically been playing God with these Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I took water from 20 years in the future.
Yeah, and
Sure,
it's like,
They won't need it. I need it now.
yeah, and it's like going through that. That's probably the biggest because there was a guy, I think it was Rio. It was either Rio or me, but like, no, it was me. I was saying like the theory that technology moves as forward as it did is because like Hamilton has been bringing this shit from the future over in to our world to the present, and that's why technology has been advancing as fast as it has here.
Yeah.
I bet you were feeling so vindicated.
Yeah, when I guessed the future
during
thing.
That last chapter. Yeah.
Yeah, I guessed that there was weird time travel involved, and then it was just like, oh, I was right.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is one of the coolest time travel stories I think I've seen, because it's not just strictly a time travel story.
Yeah,
it has elements of time travel, but it's not just like Daybreak 2 where it was like just going back in time and fixing your stupid mistake. I think it was that game's biggest weakness.
Yeah, it's like one thing. Go ahead, Sable.
I think my thing with Daybreak 2, they just abused it too much. Like, you could have done it 1 or 2 times in a certain route, but when you're doing it 3 and 4 times, it's like, okay, I get it. We fucked up. Let's move on.
The fucking race car track is the funniest shit in the entire. Unironically, of course, it's one of the funniest things in the entire series.
I mentioned it in my review of Daybreak 2, but my biggest issue with that is, like, despite the fact that there's a lot of death happening, outside of Anyas, you never really see the characters think about it.
Yeah.
And, like, that's my biggest gripe with the time travel stuff, because...
way too easily. Like, Zin should have been able to handle those monsters with ease.
Yeah, they kind of find these weird loopholes for everything, and that's kind of what bugs it. Like, so my favorite anime of all time is a show called ReZero. Have either of you seen it?
I need to watch it.
I've heard of it, haven't watched it.
So the concept is the main character, Subaru Natsuki, can go back in time to like a certain point in time, like a save point in a video game. But the condition is he can only go back in time if he dies. And the whole narrative is less about him going back in time and more the mental weight that carries with a character. Because, like, Subaru remembers every single death he goes through, and they put him through the fucking ringer in this show.
That is not how I thought that show was like. I thought it was just an isekai anime.
It is an isekai, but it's like a really dark take on it. And the whole show is more just Subaru kind of going through this literal hell. Because, like, the show does not, like, take it easy. He gets, like, tortured to death. He gets ripped into pieces.
Oh.
The show is... it's an immensely dark and violent arc.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he goes through a lot. Like, he gets eaten alive at one point, and he feels everything until he dies. And he, like, the show is very much a mental study of how someone goes through all of that. But he always rises to the occasion.
So it's kind of like a modern take on Prometheus, almost.
Kind of.
Like having... Yeah, but... Yeah.
And
that'll definitely go on my watch list.
Yeah, and, like, the thing is, he can't tell anybody about this because he has the curse placed on him keeps him from telling anybody. So the whole narrative is basically him having to grapple with the fact that his deaths in this, like, personal hell he's stuck in is something only he can deal with. And, like, they tackle it so well in that show, and that was why I was so disappointed with Daybreak 2's handling of it, because it just feels so secondary. Because this isn't, like, time travel shit. You're literally dying. Like, some of these guys are just getting killed.
Anyas was just like, no! And then you just go back, and I'm like,
oh shit! Well, I'm back now.
Yeah, like in Act 2B, she starts breaking down, crying, because like she sees people she cares about dying, and it's just like then that just never happens with any other character.
Though Shizuno literally forcing them to die just to see what it was like is one of the funniest things.
Yeah, she's such a dick, bro. But I just love her for it. I just wanted to see what it was like. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, like, that was always my issue with Daybreak 2. Also, if anyone's here, watch ReZero. I will 100% recommend that anime to everybody. But
Definitely will.
yeah, but yeah, during Act 2, that's kind of when you start getting the reveal that something's going on. Like, the cult gets a little more focus, and, like, all of the other plot lines are given more development.
Oh, yeah, the cult.
Yeah, how did you guys feel
and
about the new cult? The AD cult.
At first, I was a little annoyed, because I'm like, didn't we just wrap up the DG cult stuff in Daybreak 2? Are we really bringing this back again? But thankfully, it's different, and it's not like the same thing.
Yeah, the vestiges are... I think the only weak part of the new cult is the vestiges, but those can easily just get fleshed out in later games.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be the plan for it, for the vestiges.
Yeah. I admittedly was a little... Are we really bringing back dead characters as immortals again? Like, I thought that it was going to be like Cold Steel 3 at first. I'm like, oh my god, Dingo's going to be one of these things, isn't he?
Yeah, but then I think what they do is actually... I think they have interesting picks for what they bring back.
No, I think... They definitely brought back... The picks were interesting. Like, you have the Titan, which was only mentioned in passing before. You have a future version of Fairy, I think. I think that's who the soldier is. I'm not sure, but...
Yeah, because the moment
that's
in, like...
theory that's been flying around.
Yeah, because, like, you also that's a good bait and switch, because, like, when you see it with the gun, you're like, oh, this is just that one hunter they killed at the start of Daybreak 1.
Then when you see her mask come off, you can see that she has, like, very light brown skin. You're like, wait a minute. This could be Fairy.
Yeah, like... It's
from
either Fairy, like, it would be insane if that was her mom. Like...
And then there's fucking Giacomo, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the fat Italian fucker.
The masked instigator is...
Just the fat dude that got killed. Like, that's such a funny pick out of literally everybody.
Yeah.
He's just there. I'm guessing, like, my theory is that these are from timeline, like, the vestiges can alter time and just bring these characters back to life. Like, they can go in between and, like, these guys, because Melchior was also back.
Yeah, Melchior seemed like he was from this time, though, so I don't know how that worked.
Yeah, the vestiges, again, there's not a whole lot of explanation. That's more set up for the next game than anything else.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get more explanation.
And then you have the two at the end in Cray that you don't see their faces of, but Marielle makes a response.
You also see their weapons.
Yeah.
And I think I recognized one of them.
I think there was a data mine for one of the characters.
Yeah, I think Pan sent you something like that.
Yeah, it was a data mine for, like, one of the female final vestiges you heard from.
Although we know who a lot of them already are, because, like, seriously, Ario and Olympia, that's you. Like, we know this is you.
Yeah, some are pretty well hidden, like, and some are just like, okay.
Yeah. Like,
also, like the reveal later on, where it's like, oh no, we weren't brought back to be villains. We were brought back as a failsafe.
Yeah, I like that too.
Like,
I don't understand why Expert joined them, though.
That also just means that they want to straight fuck up. They wanted to fuck up Van's team for the love of the game. That is
no, literally, Giacomo literally said, "Oh yeah, I put all those Force BGs to fuck with you."
Yeah,
like, yeah, I did that.
It's just a cavalcade. They're just assholes. Like,
yep.
And it was really cool seeing Aaron fight his ancestor. I thought that was a really cool fight.
Getting to actually see the Tyrant was cool, and like I actually kind of like the Tyrant. He's just a battle maniac, like. Yeah, that's one of my favorite personalities. He likes fighting, but he's like, you guys ain't half bad. And I mean, it makes sense.
Messages, need to see more on them, but I'm hoping that they nail it.
I'll be optimistic. I'll be very optimistic.
That I'll be optimistic with too, because they did a decent setup with it, and then the way they introduced some of them was kind of interesting. So I'll hold out hope for now until we see what it actually comes out as.
Yeah, and then there's an arc I want to talk about before we get to like the next set of arcs to talk about. The Van and Anyas intermission. What did you guys think of it?
I think it was the best possible way they could have handled something like this. And it hits a lot more after the game was over. Which we'll talk about.
Yeah, I think they wrapped up... So, full disclosure here, I have fucking hated this love triangle for a while. I do not like love triangles in general, and they have just... My biggest gripe with Daybreak has been how hard they've been trying to push this. when it's been like Van has never shown any romantic interest in Agnes. Here's the thing, I'm not against Agnes having a crush on him. It's not shocking for that to happen. It's just, it never should have lasted more than like a game.
It's very odd.
No.
It would have been very odd for Van to give those feelings back, especially considering his age.
Yeah.
Agnes's age.
He just doesn't. Some people, I know there's like the argument that Zamuria laws are like Japan laws, so technically it's okay, but at the same time, Van has.
I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't
It's
like
weird.
the romance, and like Van in general has just never shown any feelings for her whatsoever.
Literally, like when they went on that date, all Van was doing was talking about cars the entire time.
Yeah, like Van has literally no romantic interest. And I'm not even saying this as someone who likes Van and Elaine. He's just never shown any romantic interest in her.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't like her that way.
So I really like that scene at the end, where Agnes just gives her whole heart to him, and Van's like, yeah, you know, I think you're a really cool person, Agnes.
Yeah, I love you,
really
but I don't like
you
romantically love you.
I really appreciate you telling me this, but sorry, not into it.
Yeah, they handled it really well.
Yeah.
Van's just like, yeah, look, I love you, Agnes, but I don't love you
They
romantically.
didn't make it a big issue. They didn't make it an issue in the conflict, which like most of these JRPGs do, which I'm so glad they didn't.
It's very mature.
We didn't have a Morgana situation where Ang just runs off for the rest of the game. That would have been awful.
Oh, I mean, she technically does when she's fucking ripped out of our party at the end. That still pissed me off. My main healer got kicked out of the team.
They kicked both your main healers out of the party. That's fucking hilarious.
So I had to set up Reset I had to set up Yorda, and then she gets kicked out of the party. So then I had to set Reset as the healer. What the fuck, game?
Yeah.
Also,
I think they did do a really good job handling that. You know, he spent a good time teasing her too, just being like, well, this is what you're going to be like when you go on those first dates. And so he's like, you know, pretty much telling her the entire time, it's not going to be me, but it'll be somebody else.
Yeah, I like that. Somebody pointed that out to me, and it was like, you know, at the start of this intermission, you can kind of tell that Van is probably guessing what she wants to say to him. So he's just kind of setting her up for that. It's just like that he's not going to return those feelings.
Van's just like that super cool uncle that you hang out with. I think that's the best way to describe him.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like that. Again, I like how it's handled. It's wrapped up. It's not dragged on, which is like something this series kind of has an issue with, is it'll drag on romances. Like Lloyd in particular is like, by Reverie, they're still dragging the fact that Noelle, Risha, and Ellie all like him.
Yeah.
And Lloyd is just dense as a box of bricks.
And I guess Tio, but like at the end of the day, like
No, Tio does not like him.
All right.
No.
And it's just like, at the end of the day, like, dude, like, it's obvious you guys want Ellie to be Ellie or Risha. So just have them end up with someone. You don't need to drag it this long.
Can it please be Risha? I don't want Cardboard to show up again.
Damn. Just.
Yeah. No, and I mean, the other thing, too, is that little details from the intermission also play a big role in the ending of the game, which was just beautiful setup and writing, too. So just nice to see that they took little things here and there to contribute to a greater meaning in the ending, too.
Yeah, it's just a very mature way to end that.
Yep.
Because Agnes is allowed to confess her feelings, and Van gives her a very solid reason for why he does not like her that way.
Yeah.
And that is why I am hoping more than anything they don't try to bring this back for the next game.
I really hope not.
Because that was a perfect conclusion.
If they do, I'm actually going to be pissed off.
Because that was just a perfect conclusion, and it does not need to be brought back.
Yeah.
Somebody also
mentioned...
mentioned...
Before we get on to, like, the last acts of the game, maybe we should talk about, like, some of the smaller stuff, like the garden, the music, things like that.
Yeah, we should definitely get to the garden, because, oh yeah, we still haven't talked about the new enforcers.
Oh boy.
All right. What do you guys think of the new enforcers? I already know Sable's reaction.
I'll just go then and get it out of the way.
It was like looking in a mirror.
Shut the fuck up.
It was one of the worst things that they could have possibly done. I was like, you know, I'll start with Simeon, because I found him actually to be quite interesting. And, you know, how they, you know, kind of made him, you know, kind of seem like he was just holding back this whole time, and then he goes all out for it later.
Yeah, the big reveal,
But-
like Simeon is like they mentioned, you're
Simeon
like
was
on
awesome.
McBurn's level. What the
Yeah.
hell are you doing?
I love Simeon. I think he's a really cool character.
he was very interesting, and that's why I'm like rolling my eyes, because it's like, on one hand, you wrote somebody very well, you created an aura, you created all of this, and then you, on the other hand, you gave me what I can just
Miss Brain Rot.
honestly say is a steaming pile of shit, because the character sucked, never showed up in person, never did anything, and all the motherfucker did was spam that goddamn thing so that you couldn't use crafts and physical damage every 5 seconds. That's all the bitch did. She would show up, say
Oh
some
my god,
cringe
Ulrika
garbage.
was... I will say, Ulrika has some funny lines interacting with other characters, like calling him the goated soldier, and just Chasm is super fucking weirded out.
Yeah, it was a wild range of occasionally funny lines to what the hell did I just read, and
It's the
it
average...
just made me want to like scream looking at
the
at
average
what's in
streamer
on the screen.
reaction.
I actually, she was actually that annoying in the Japanese version too. That wasn't a localization thing.
Okay,
That was just her character.
I thought
And
they
it's
made her
just-
more
and
like a
it's like-
Gyaru, or is she just really that annoying? Because again, you played the fan translation.
Yeah,
She was much more tolerable in the fan translation, but in English, they just took every streamer word in the book and just that was her character, and
just
I'm like,
threw it out there.
and admittedly, it was very funny at times. I really liked some of her scenes, but like her calling Van Unk is like peak, but at the same time, I'm like, there could have been a better way to do this.
I think
There
they should have at
definitely
least toned down some of the streamer stuff. Like,
I hope she gets fleshed out more in the next game.
also,
Well,
this
see,
implies that
actually-
streamer that everyone knows what Ouroboros is because she streams.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, like literally Ouroboros bros.
people
like,
are literally giving
really?
donations to Ouroboros. I think that's hilarious.
Well, I thought it was funny too, because even Katra noted that he saw the damn streams.
She's his rival.
Yeah. So that's why I thought it was even funnier.
Yeah,
Is
remember
that
when
at least-
Ouroboros was a secret society and not people who just walked around town and just
It
hung out
was.
in bars like Lucrezia, Harwood, and fucking...
Look, man, everyone knows who they are at this point, so they're probably just kind of like, fuck it, let's just do whatever.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's kind of what they're like. But I mean, for these new ones that just joined, and they're like, fuck it, I'm just a part of this evil organization. Sometimes we do evil things. I don't know what we do the rest of the time.
Yeah, their whole role
I'm
is like watching
go away.
humanity. Like they're testing humanity, which, by the way, we'll talk about this in a minute, but finally getting the face-to-face with the Grandmaster was fucking insane.
That was the only good thing that came out of the garden, because otherwise, that it just felt, especially with how long some of the other sections of the game were, it just felt a little unnecessary. But
I will say,
getting that fleshed out, and with Novartis,
I will say, I do
wild
like
and
the
annoying
I
little
do
shit.
I do like the Harwood boss fight because Joey told me that
Yes.
it's completely random who your party members leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really fun fight mechanic.
That's a cool concept. Like it randomizes who it picks, so you can't be prepared for who you're gonna fight.
Yeah.
However, most of the garden boss fights are steaming piles of stats effect dog shit
Yeah, they
Yes.
that are so annoying to deal with.
that is
It
very
was
much.
honestly like time wasters, so that you would get screwed getting S rank on them. So
Yeah,
you would
they,
just have to do it over and over.
I turned down the difficulty to very easy to get all the S ranks. Fuck that noise.
yeah, that game is that's I think that's just genuinely a problem that Trails itself has is difficulty balancing. Because it's like, how do you take all of these mechanics that your characters can use to just blow people to smithereens and make challenging fights out of that?
Yeah. But the thing too that gets me is that like they were able to make the Reverie corridor, interesting, a decent place to, grind and do whatever with, and then, you can continue on with the game. But, especially in Daybreak 2, holy crap, it was even worse there. But
Favorite
between
dude,
that
Mongo is awful. Yeah.
and then the Grimgarden here, it's just like, go away, show me the scene, I don't care anymore.
I think they're starting to get better at it, but I
Yeah.
still don't think it's very fun to go through.
No, but it leads me to wonder if they did a remake of Sky Third, how would they actually make Phantasm? Because
I really hope it's not like this. If it is,
then that ruins the game almost,
I
honestly.
think out of everything, just considering how faithful these remakes are, like they'll probably just do the same thing they did in the original, but maybe add some stuff like an
I think
arena.
it's gonna.
Yeah.
Despite my issues with this game, it's probably gonna be like Xanadu, honestly. Because like you have like your hub point, then you have like the floors you go through. They'll be just like gigantic Xanadu dungeons. I feel that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
It really depends, because it's obvious we're gonna get it. I think they've mentioned they're redoing the entire trilogy.
Yeah.
And they also mentioned Crossbow, but I don't think that's happening until the series is actually over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Garden was a lot of missed potential. It's a lot more frustrating than I wished it was.
There was definitely more stuff to do though this time around, like some of the challenge battles, some of the extra missions, the connect events.
Yeah, they add more to it. They're like I said, they're getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting there in this design, but like
and that's why I was saying it was kind of like the Reverie Corridor, where they were adding other things to it, like they did there, with the sort of the gotcha elements with the Grim tokens and everything.
Yeah, the Grim tokens were like, I actually liked the gotcha in this one. It felt a lot easier to get Grim tokens.
Yeah.
Trails Beyond the Horizon is the best gotcha game I've ever played.
100%. I need my 5 stars.
5-star swimsuits.
Yeah.
For free.
I still love the joke I did with Bear Guard. I just kept him in a swimsuit the whole game because he wasn't there to help. He just wanted to go swimming.
I mean, is that really that far off? Because Bear Guard does fuck all in this game.
He's there a lot more as an actual character this time, which I like. But like they still kind of struggle to do stuff with him because, again, he doesn't have a stigma anymore, so he really isn't as fun to play as like Ciels and Leon were.
And I have to say, I actually had Bear Guard in my final party at the end because
really good, but...
I love using him and hitting the big crafts. But
yeah, he's a really fun party member. But as a character, he's like probably my least favorite of the ASO cast right now.
I love the fact that he's just this walking tank of muscle, and he's like 90.
Yeah.
He's like 59 or something. Yeah.
Like he's jacked.
He's like Leon.
Oh my god! Yeah, true.
Actually, no. Lloyd's gonna be like Leon when he comes back.
I hope so.
God damn.
He's gonna be roundhouse kicking the Septarian and spouting one-liners the entire time. It's gonna be great.
I heard you kids had some problems there. Just burst through the fucking wall.
Yeah.
It'd be ridiculous.
And we're all gonna be his ass.
Yeah. But I think that going into Act 2, Act 2 had a lot of really good moments.
Kevin wanting to see strippers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that whole interaction when they got in there was hilarious.
I love that Nadia was freaking out.
Just don't fucking look!
Nadia was one of the best parts because she didn't want Swin to see anything.
It was like, no, I'll do that for you someday. And I'm like, damn.
It's like, you can only look at me.
And then poor Lapis is just like, that was very educational.
Like, yeah, it's just like, I love that Rufus is just protecting his daughter. Like, he's like, why can't I see Rufus? You'll understand when you're older.
Yeah, their dynamic is so good.
It's
I love those two characters so much.
It's the dad spoiling his daughter, his princess.
While doing the best he can when he's a fucking broke-ass bitch.
Yeah, he spent most of his money on his Gucci.
Had Rufus in a white suit the entire time. Now that you mention it.
Oh yeah, I put the suits on everybody whenever I could.
Yeah, I was like, it's so ridiculous, but it works, especially when you're walking around Tharbad and the Great Sand Desert.
Oh my god, fucking sand! They brought the sand desert back.
Yeah, but they gave you a car this time, so.
Yeah, they gave you a car, but also it's just.
And they gave you the tower.
Yeah, the tower was one of the best dungeons in the game.
That was awesome.
I loved it that was like the big reveal of that dude's powers. Like, oh yeah, I can just make a Grendel. Like.
Yeah, I can just make whatever the fuck I want.
And yeah, again, like Simon's very interesting because like the end of the game, towards the end of like the dungeons, it's like end of the garden, it's like you've been like basically holding back this whole time. You're basically as strong as fucking McBurn.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like, wait,
another thing. McBurn got mentioned so many damn times in this game. He better come back in the next one. He better be there.
He's like one of the most popular characters, so I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him back at some point. I'm shocked he hasn't come back to like fight Van more than anything, because the Grendel feels like something he'd be interested in fighting.
Yeah. Well, McBurn left the society for all we know. He's
but at the same time, like Van's strong and he likes fighting strong people.
He's probably gonna come back next game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he figured out about the big reveal at the end, which we'll get to in a bit. We're almost there.
Yeah, I think that's what he was referring to in that scene. He's like, "Oh fuck, what's my point then?" Ouroboros, huh? Could have picked a better name.
And
actually, when you think about it, Ouroboros' name now makes perfect fucking sense considering the ending of the game.
Yeah, and I think up next is like the final set of acts for Reen and Kevin, where you get the Yunkai Fei boss fight, which I think was awesome.
That was spectacular, yeah.
And then more than anything, you get one of the best chapters in the series when you visit the destroyed Krell village.
Yeah.
Dude, I was shocked at how well they handled that.
Yeah, I like there's no like jokes played whatsoever. It's like, no, this is a horrible thing that happened to this place.
Yeah. And I mean, you even had director Gotti, who was like the biggest fucking meme of the arc, and he's there, deadpan serious.
Like talking about how much he wants to make a documentary on this place so people can remember how beautiful it was.
Exactly. And then help with the rebuilding efforts.
Yeah, that's
Guy's goated, man.
Yeah, that's
Speaking of which, we talked about how Gotti got Celeste in that outfit.
That is the funniest shit ever. I cannot believe he convinced her.
Greatest director of all time.
Yeah. I cannot believe he convinced her to do that. Like, it seems like Leon didn't tell her, which is even funnier. Like, he just signed her away on a contract.
It's like, oh yeah, we have to be here. Director Gotti needs us. And she's like, why? Don't worry.
Yeah. It's just...
exactly what it was.
And then you see their memento orb in the garden. I don't know if Crimson actually viewed this one or not.
I thought I watched all of them.
You didn't get all of them. I think you missed like one or two.
Alright, what happens in it?
Two.
Might as well tell me.
Basically, you learn a lot about Celeste and Leon's past. Before Leon joined the church, his brother was revealed to be a member of the DG cult. He was so disgusted by it that he killed him in pure rage, and then he was taken in by the church after that.
Gotcha.
I think that, yeah. I don't remember Celisa's, but I think it's like something about like a poor girl going from poverty or something like that to like finding like peace in something. I gotta watch it again. It was a really good one, but I'll have to send it eventually.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really funny. Like, just the fact Leon probably just went behind her back to do that for probably extra cash just kills me.
Yeah, but back to Cray.
Yeah, Cray is probably one of the best moments in the game, and in the series even, because, again, it's played completely straight.
Except for that Risha boss fight. That boss fight fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, fuck that fight. You would think
let's take the character who can like bind you, and also the character who can like bewitch you to attack your party members, and put them in the same fight. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh my god, that fight was ridiculous.
Terrible. There's just some bosses in this game that I'm like, who fucking designed this shit, man?
It's SC and it's kind of SC and Azure all over again.
Yeah.
Where it's just unbelievably frustrating.
Like, I had a hilarious moment in the final boss where I literally got cycled for like 15 turns straight before it killed me eventually.
That's funny.
I'm like... because
the
final boss has insane delay for some reason, and I thought, yeah. And I thought, I'm just going to use my Van Tank strat for this, as I always do. Nope.
Also, that ending of Kevin's route at Krell Village, where it's just revealed Hamilton's like, yeah, I'm the reason Daybreak 1 and 2 happened.
And I
Yeah.
watched everything go down.
And I've
knowing
let
that
it
was
happen.
going to
Like, she just straight up admits, I let all of this happen. It's my fault all of this happened.
She isn't evil. Actually, I don't know if she's evil or not, but she's like, but she reminds me a lot of like a Resident Evil villain almost. Like she created like this mechanism, knowing full well the consequence of what was going to happen.
I think with the
Yeah.
reveals,
Several people killed and just watched it go down in the sake of research.
I think what her thing is she's probably trying to stop or we might as well mention it, the Septarian of time.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think
it's like,
about
in
time.
her ideal, it's like, it may be fucked up and I'm going straight to hell for what I've done, but if it can stop this and give us freedom, then I'll do it.
Yeah, she was doing it for a good cause, but her actions are unforgivable.
Yeah.
And that's why she was painted as a heretic by the church.
Yeah, because it's like, I know. Yeah. Also, since we brought it up, might as well bring that. Septarian, everything's been a fucking time loop.
Yep.
That's fucking insane.
Yep, the entire time. We were just in a time loop the whole time.
Yeah, and like, before we get to that, like with the time loop stuff, the Novartis reveal is crazy. Like, in the time loop before this, he was the only disciple.
Yep.
And he somehow retained his memories of that and couldn't relive that.
Yeah.
That's gotta be... I don't feel bad for Novartis in the slightest. He's an awful person, but that's gotta mess with you in like a serious way. Because fuck Novartis though. That final fight is so fucking dog shit.
I wonder if that's why he ended up joining Ouroboros. Maybe he went around saying he was a disciple of Epstein. He was the only disciple, and he's hearing about these three...
No, he literally did. Remember that event where he went into like that room with the 3 current disciples and bitched them out? And like, you don't know the truth.
Yeah, that was one of the momentum wars.
Genius. And then he left.
Yeah, it's like, I think the whole thing is like, he's stuck with the fact that he's the only one that really remembers that he was the only disciple, and now he's got to go through...
Grandmaster took an interest in him.
Yeah, and then now he's in this time loop where he remembers being a disciple, and it's like, he's now not the disciple anymore. It's just these 3 randos.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder how many other characters are like that, where they've been through multiple time loops, and who retains them and how much do they retain?
Yeah, is that what happened to McBurn? Does he remember the time loops?
I think so. I think he's one of them. Campanella is obviously one of them.
So
you really mentioned, we've never reached the climax like this before.
So I had an interesting theory pop into my head talking about Campanella with some buddies. And I thought that what if Campanella is the final villain of the series? Like, the big reveal is that he's a Septarian. Because in this game, we learn about Shizuna being the Divine Blade of Ruin. Like, that's her role as a Divine Blade. What if he is, like, a hidden 8th Septarian, and the whole story is, like, Adidos makes these things to judge humans, and basically restart humanity in a vision that she created, and if all of those things fail, then Campanella is, like, gonna wipe out humanity. Like, he's like the last true Septarian, and like Adidos is like...
But Campanella's also just too close to the Grandmaster, and unless the Grandmaster is Adios, I don't know if that theory makes sense, but if it does, then...
I can believe anything at this point with this series if we're going through fucking time loops. Also, the artifacts being things from recent time loops is crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Like, that's the reason the church collects them, is because they're...
finding out the Excalibur was extracted before Sky first even happened? Oh my god.
Yeah, just the reveal of, like, these are references to original time loops, and that's why they're confiscated.
And then you think about all the other artifacts we've gone across the series, and you're like, wait a minute. This makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, this game just completely... makes you recontextualize how you look at everything in this franchise.
Yeah. This, for me, one of the big ones, especially with the Sky remake, the Black Ornament, makes me rethink about that one, which pretty much stopped time.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's so many things that, you're going to have to figure out.
Time, it shut down. Oh, wait, no, you're right. It did stop time for Estelle and Joshua.
Yeah, for Estelle and Joshua. But it's like, how how many other things are we going to find out all are interconnected this entire time, which is part of the exciting thing for me for, what's coming next.
Yeah, how
This
many?
is why
And now,
this is why it's my favorite interconnected story going on right now. Because it keeps answering a lot of stuff, but it also keeps dropping questions to keep you engaged.
Also, we get one of the coolest moments in the game where you fight the Septarian of time and space as Hermes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I love the backdrop just being Earth.
I think we're going to get more battles like that in the next game.
That would be really cool.
Like how they teased the Divine Knights in Cold Steel. I think this is the same case here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Rain Crow and like Hermes teaming up to destroy the Septarian while everyone goes inside to get Anya's back.
Yeah. I think you might be on the money. I think she might be trapped in that thing.
Yeah, because like again, the game ends with Anya's like turning into a sort of like a hollow core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically erasing herself from the timeline.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about the ending. How about that final fucking boss?
Oh yeah, the big reveal of Renee.
Unbelievable.
Like the line of like, how much do you really know me? And then it's like, oh, by the way, I'm a Grendel. And then he has that.
I love Renee. I have since the beginning, especially because his voice actor did one of my favorite villains in SMT5, Yakumo.
Who's his English voice actor?
I think his name is Ben Lepley.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. It is him.
It's him, and Yakumo was just blew me away in that game. So having him, especially in the earlier part of the arc as a playable character, and now after all these revelations, I'm like, you son of a bitch, you got me.
Yeah, so, and like it also puts into perspective why he doesn't. He also
glasses in this fucking franchise ever again.
Also,
if I see Machias, he's going down.
Yeah, Machias is going to be revealed to be the next Grendel. And like, I'm going to be real. His reveal is like perfect too, because because it also recontextualizes why. Because one of the things I was always confused by is like he's introduced, but why isn't he in your party all that much?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that's why he's a villain. Of course, he isn't going to help you.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, we can't get in touch with Renee. He keeps saying he's not there. And then the one Connect event, you're with his father.
It's with his dad. It's not with him.
And it's like, that's a little weird. Why isn't he with us? Like, we had a Connect event, and it's like, we see a Connect event, a couple Connect events in Daybreak 1.
And then he shows up for a little bit in, like, Act 5. Van Route 5.
In the logistics center. And I played as him the entire time. I was like, this is all I get.
You can't mess with him. You can't adjust his courts. You can't adjust his weapons. You can't do anything.
Yeah, and it's like very weird. It's like, okay, is he just like temporary character or something? And then it's like, no, he's an antagonist.
And then after the event's over, he's like, yeah, I'm taking Anya's away.
I'm taking Anya's and Ren is coming with us.
And you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and it's like
Dominique while we're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dominique as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, the big reveal that she's the reason those things have been spread around.
I thought she was a character.
And then it's like, no, she's the reason the Genesis have been spread around. Like, it's her. So that's just some insane shit that's drawn. I thought she'd be like a boss fight, but no.
Yeah, she knows Epstein. She knew Epstein. Okay, that's not really a good thing to say.
She was invited to that island, too.
They called it paradise.
Oh, no!
It only gets worse.
Also, then you get to my favorite cutscene in the entire game with that fight, where Van and Red are duking it out on the fucking moon.
It's so cool.
Yes. That is so cool. And when you get into the action segment and you're in action combat as opposed to the turn-based stuff, that was awesome too.
Yeah, it's just a full-on slugfest between these two.
Yeah, I like how they brought that back from Daybreak 2 when they were doing it at the end of that game too.
Not to mention, it's a company of probably one of the best themes I have ever heard in the entire franchise. Holy shit.
That final boss soundtrack was amazing. But yeah, like, the Renee stuff was insane, because Out of a
I loved
million
it.
things they were doing, I was not expecting him to be like the central antagonist. The big reveal that
I
he
thought
is like
Renee was going to. I thought Renee was going to have something shady with him, but I did not think it was going to be on that level.
I thought he was going to be revealed that like he was helping out like fucking Arabonia or something. Like he's been a double agent the whole time. And then it's just no, he's he's kind of a double agent, but not for Arabonia.
He's a double agent to the world, almost.
Yeah, he's part of the. He's like basically. I think it's implied he's like the head of the AD cult, or he's one of the top members.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
Because he says he is part of the AD cult. He mentions that he's part of the New Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's right. He might. Also,
So-
he has the ability to just take other versions of himself from past timelines and just beat the shit out of you with
Oh my
it.
god, yeah, they drop that at the end. He's like, oh yeah, I can make. He's basically got a. So neither of you read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right?
But I know
No.
exactly what you're talking about.
You know about Funny Valentine?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so Sable, for some context, there's an antagonist in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 called Funny Valentine. And his whole ability is he can go to other dimensions and bring alternate versions of himself to that dimension.
Damn.
So basically he can like,
Exactly what he did.
yeah, he's basically implied to have infinite chances to achieve his goal with this power. And like, Renee basically does the same thing. He brings alternate versions of himself.
And that's the thing. If he's able to do that, how many times has he gone through this cycle?
That implies that at some point he became... So I'm guessing in Kai 2 we're going to learn that when... He probably wasn't always like this. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, once he gains the Grendel powers, he learns the truth. Like, and that's why... Either that's how he gains them, or he becomes the Grendel as a result of it.
Yeah, but we don't know how far back he got, because it's clear he didn't get the powers from the cult like Van did. He got somewhere else.
Yeah. And that implies... Also,
Yeah.
big bait and switch with that. Because, again, everyone thought that was going to be Anya's.
We all thought it. Just from the... Fun fact, if you go back to that opening and you look at Renee in that opening, you can see a shadow behind him. It's the exact same shadow as the Grendel Shaddai. Dude.
That is some crazy foreshadowing. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's the big reveal, is like, that's like probably the biggest reveal in the game. Like, it's just, oh yeah, by the way, this whole time, Renee has literally never been on your side.
Yeah.
Granted, he never really was. He just helped you out when it was, like, convenient for
Convenient
him.
to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then it makes a
Because,
lot
yeah.
more sense why you can't change his quartz, or why he isn't really in your party all that much.
But that also... But he also had that friendship with Elaine and Van, which was true, so...
It
What
could be,
changed?
I wonder if the reveal is going to be that, like, maybe he's doing this because of everything that happened. Like, I wouldn't be
That
surprised
might
if they tried to make him a little more sympathetic. Because, again, we still don't know.
Like-
I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, no, if I can...
Because, like, Renee is also working with Anya's, too. He was the one who helped her achieve
Yeah.
the goal.
I wouldn't be surprised
So
if at
it's
some
not like
point...
he's doing this
I
for
wouldn't be surprised
bad.
if at some point the big reveal is like, I'm trying to do this so we can actually have a life where none of us are tortured by the shit we've been through.
Yeah. And then too with Gramhart, he was like, I didn't know, he said, I didn't know it was going to fail, but the other ones were, direct replicas. So it's not like that was going to be the reason why your plan failed.
Yeah, because
So
that's
it's
the big
like-
reveal from Renee is like, oh no, these Genesis
the
are
layers.
just bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I switched them out.
Yeah, like he never, like, it's implied that Anyas has just had all of them. Like, he just made fake versions.
But it's pretty clear that plan was never going to work in the first place, because that thing is literally the Septarian of Time, and it will just rewound all the damage it did anyway.
Yeah, that also makes
Yeah.
the question of, like, maybe he knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that's why he did it in the first place.
Yeah,
He's
like, he
this
went
isn't
from-
going to work. I'm
like-
just going to do this just in case.
Yeah, I like the idea somebody once
Then you have
pitched
to
that.
reveal that Ishinov Arena is somehow still kicking around.
I still like the idea that somebody pitched that, like, the whole reason this is even happening is because Renee told him about it.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Renee was the one who slipped the information to Gramhart that there's a Septarian of Time doing a reset, and then he set that up so he could get his hands on the Genesis, because, like, that's how he figured out, was remembering one of the
So how did
timelines.
Rampart even find out about this? They never really explained. They're like, oh yeah, we just have an idea.
Yeah,
what's
it's
going
clear somebody told him, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was Renee who set all of this up, so he could get his
Actually, no,
hands
it
on the
was probably
Genesis.
It was probably Hamilton.
It was either
Correct.
Hamilton or Renee, because, like, it's one of
One
two
of those
ways, Because they probably did it so they could get their hands on the Genesis so they could enact this plan.
Because they're the only two who like know the full truth of what actually happened.
Yeah.
And that also
still in the dark.
And that also begs the question of like, did this restart the entire timeline, or did it really only restart back to Daybreak 1?
No, I think it's gonna start. Well, my first theory was, wait, this is why they did the remakes, because they're going back to Liberl. Roll. They need a remade Liberl for Kai too. But then I thought about it for a minute, like, no, that doesn't make sense.
So it's probably just like going back to the beginning, because like it ends like the ending credits show like Anya's disappearing. So it's like, did she just rewind this back to Daybreak 1?
Anya's disrupted the Grand Reset.
Yeah, that's what
she said.
So I feel like it's not going to go back all the way in time. It's going to go back to a specific point at some point within this Calvert arc.
Yeah,
like, it's not going to go fully back.
I think the implication is it goes back to the beginning of Daybreak 1, because that kind of is how the game ends. Is Van opening the door and seeing not seeing Anya's, because like she doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think we're reliving Sky Zero.
Yeah, I think it's probably just all the way back to that.
However, I do think it'd be really fun if the remake cycle was like a previous cycle. I think that would be really interesting if that was the case. And that's why some things are different.
Yeah, I'm going to be real. I think it's going to be we start out in Daybreak 1, and it's like the whole rest of Kai 2 is Van gathering the group up and like them all remembering Anyas and working together to stop this. It's
gonna be like Cold Steel 4.
I'd say it's not even going to be like Cold Steel 4. I think it's more or less going to be a storyline of like them remembering everything that's happening bit by bit. And then the final section of the game is getting Anyas.
They're all actually, you know what? I think is a more idea. They go back to Reverie. And they tell Lloyd to actually hear what Ishmael Marine has to say.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Kid, fuck that fucking mall cop. Like, the implications that we would have known about this, that idiot didn't stop Ishmael.
Now he's like, no, we good. We're great. We could stop this ourselves without your help.
And then he doesn't show up. Like, fuck you, Lloyd.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was ironic how they had somebody in City Hall in Anchorville or whatever it was, that had the last name of Bannings.
Yeah, that's his uncle.
Bannings. And I'm like,
that was cool. That was pretty cool to meet like Lloyd's uncle, and you meet Ellie's dad as well.
Yeah, Senator Lyon. Yeah, and like you meet some of their family.
Yeah, you get to meet.
Yeah, for me, like I love Judith, so going to the hometown and seeing her family and all that stuff was.
And even her family doesn't take her seriously.
Like, no, nobody does. Nobody does.
Judith's mom fucking get it. Oh my god.
She was fine, I admit. But it's so funny how literally nobody takes Judith seriously.
Like, she couldn't even do the damn delivery.
Even her grandma's like, all of you, Judith aside. Like,
I love.
Make sure you watch out for Judith.
She can't even.
Just a little different.
Yeah, and you see her fucking apartment, and you're like, yeah, I get why Van has the babysitter.
Even fucking Nina is like, yeah, and keep in mind, this woman's the head of the fucking church.
Well, she's not the head of the church. She's more like a super important member of it.
Okay. Yeah, she's like one of the higher up. But she's like, yeah, I think you should watch out for her. And I'm like, lady.
Watch out for that chaos.
Fucking Nina, dude. Like, so many unanswered questions with her.
Yeah, I do get like that. You get to see how strong she is in like the Kevin route, though.
She's as powerful as like probably the top members of Ouroboros.
And it makes me wonder if she's going to be a boss fight at some point.
Because like she fucked Rosalie and her crew up so badly.
Yeah,
Rosalie was back in this game for comedy.
The fake Grimcat, which was funny.
That was hysterical. That loser scientist.
And seeing Aaron flip out was great too. In the auction house.
Awesome.
The auction house is one of the funniest moments where Anyas literally has to stop Van from trying to buy stuff.
Yeah, he's like, next up, some rare ignorant parts. And it's like,
I need those parts.
Yeah.
I need this. You just bought car parts last week.
You don't get it, Anyas. It's like...
This is rare!
It's just like, that's one of the funniest aspects about Van to me, that he can go from like super dark and serious to a total cornball.
Yeah.
He's very autistic. That's my king.
It's too much.
That's my autistic king.
He does have autism.
Yeah, absolutely.
He loves him desserts. I'll tell you that much.
I think Shizuna has autism too. I'm gonna be for real.
Yeah, I love the whole argument in that whole scene is literally just they have the cards with them, and that's why they get in. Shizuna just remembers, oh yeah, I'm a member here.
But yeah, here you go.
Wait, where'd you get that?
I don't know. I just had it for this whole time. It's all good.
She fucking killed someone and took it off them.
Yeah, it was fun. And yeah, at the end, like we mentioned earlier, Anyas becomes like the hollow core.
Yeah.
So like she's the reason the Great Reset didn't take away the whole world.
Again.
So again, I think the big reveal here, if like for Kaito, is going to be Van getting his memories back and like reminding everybody.
Yeah.
Which is also, I think, how we're going to get the rest of the other characters back too.
Yeah. Also, when time was resetting, Yun Kai-Fei goes like, "Yeah, this is what I train. This is what happens when the like Septarian of Steel is stopped." And it's like,
yeah, that's the thing. Osborn could have prevented this altogether if his plan succeeded.
Yeah, but then that also means you subjugate the entire world under Erebonia. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Like,
that's not a good thing at all, but I just think it's an interesting outcome.
Yeah, it's like, this is the failsafe, because it seems like Adidas is trying to unite everyone under one specific thing. Because, like, it's always something that's super disrupting the world itself when it comes to a Septarian.
Yeah, space, the mirage, the steel, the earth, and now time.
Yeah, and like
we still have no fucking idea about. We still have no idea about the endless waters, or a lot of others. There's still so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, it's like water and wind Septarians have still not been discovered yet, and for all we know, there could be more Septarians.
The wind Septarian is Gaius. I thought
yes, 100%.
That's another thing. Gaius got mentioned so many fucking times in the game. He's 100% coming back now.
Kondo,
just come back.
Like, why not just fucking bring him back, Kondo? Like, if you like him so much.
Literally, he'd be way cooler in the party than be again.
Like, give him actually something to do, because again, we still haven't really gotten a whole lot of Gaius being a Dominion.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, bring all of Class 7 back. That's stupid.
Like, half the cast doesn't need to come back. Bring Duvali back. How about that?
Just give me Laura.
I'd like to see some of new Class 7 return, especially, like, I think they mentioned, like, some of the stuff they're doing now, like, Yuna's part of the SSS now, Muse's, like, the Duchess of Cayenne, Ash is, like, doing his own thing, Kurt's, like...
Ash is off just smoking crack and doing whatever bullshit.
He's basically Crow, but, less successful.
I also like the idea that it's freelance, it's just another way of saying jobless.
Yeah, exactly.
And also,
that's the thing. When you go to their profiles, you see like their insignia for what corporation they work for, and Crow's just like, yeah, freelance, and there's nothing.
He has no job. Don't let him lie. He's gonna bullshit and become like Erebonia Spriggan.
Or something like that.
And
he's
Van's
like, I don't want to be a bracer, but.
He's gonna take everything he learned from this and go back to Erebonia and be Temu Van or something like that.
Yeah.
We did get Temu Van in this game as one of the side quests.
That was an interesting side quest, seeing people kind of look up to the Van that was all a loner.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the side stuff.
To its credit, it is kind of similar to a lot of other Trails games. It's just the side quests they're good.
I was mainly referring to the bonding events.
The bonding events are great. Like, I like the fact that they have bonding events focused on two different characters.
In this game. Like, that one with Elaine, that should have been main story material.
Yeah, where Van finally tells her everything that happened.
Like, that was important.
Yeah, that really needed to be front and center.
Yeah, Shizuna's was great.
Shizuna diving into finally learning, like, she killed her own brother.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think Shizuna's gonna get a ton of debt next game. 100%.
Yeah, they're finally setting stuff up for her, and that's very exciting.
Reset. Yeah, we didn't talk about fucking Reset being 50 years from now.
Yeah, by the way, I called that a long time ago, and I was proud. I was like, Reset's from the future, isn't she? And it's like, yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, how else do you have the all those prosthetics and things
I
that
just
just didn't exist in the current time?
I just assumed Marduk had like secret technology because, like, I'm used to these guys having secret technology.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, no,
they're
she's
just
from
taking
50
stuff-
years.
They're just taking stuff from the future. They're frauds.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no, this is just tech from the future. And that's why Marduk has advanced so much, is because they've been using the tech from,
It's why the world has advanced so much. They're cheating.
they're basically using the tech that they got 50 years in the future to evolve themselves.
In a faster... I think that's very interesting. I don't think any other RPG's like done something like that before. At least not to this extent.
The closest I'd say in terms of time stuff is Chrono Trigger, but like, most of
I'm
those...
not like that. So
The
not
most
so
you get is a robot from the future, but like most of the characters are from like present day, or like they have a character who's a cave woman. And they have
I still have to play it.
it's easily one of the best games I've ever played. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's just a Steam port's dog shit.
Just emulate the Super Nintendo version or the DS version.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm just a chud. Anyway, like, guess we go on some of the minor stuff. Like, I love that music in this game was much better than Daybreak 2. That's just a personal thing, though.
I think music from both games have been fantastic, but I will say that I think the final boss themes are the best parts of each track.
Oh, absolutely. Dia's Arai, Juncture of the Dawn is a banger-ass boss theme name, especially when you realize what it actually is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I fucking love this game, man. It's my second favorite game of all time, currently.
It's so fucking good. They knocked it out of the park.
And I actually don't know how they're going to top this with the next one.
There's so much, there's so many avenues they could go is the thing, and that's why I'm really excited about it, because, again, there's a setup for a lot of really crazy shit.
They can do whatever they fucking want now. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
Like, when we're just talking about our theories, we could be completely wrong, and they could do something completely different.
Yeah, that also begs the question, like, where are we going to go after this? Because is this the last game in the Calvard saga?
It is.
I have a feeling it is.
And then, like, how many arcs are left? Because, like,
it literally says to be continued in Dan's final episode. I think this is the last game in the Calvard arc.
Yeah, because then, like, after that, is Remaferia next? Do we play through the church? Do we play as a churchgoer now? Because a lot of stuff about the Septian Church is dropped in this game.
Hondo has said, I don't believe this for a second, Trails is ending by 2032.
I'm going to be real. I think we're going to get through a lot by 2032 with their game output, but I don't think it's going to be done.
I don't think they're going to be done.
I think they'll be close to done.
No, Kondo's spouting bullshit again. Especially if we're not getting worldwide release now, because Zanata worldwide was a fucking lie.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if they...
I'm still holding out hope on that one.
Because there's 2 more Septarians, and they could easily introduce the last few members. There's like, what, maybe 5 or 6 members of Ouroboros left?
Yeah, and then there's also, there's a couple... How many Divine Blades are we missing?
I don't think... Are we missing any Divine Blades? I thought they introduced all of them by now.
Cassius? I think there's 8. Cassius?
Ario. Richard.
Annalise.
Oh yeah, Richard is one. I almost forgot about that.
Annalise, Richard.
Shizuna.
Reen.
I think we're missing 2.
So there's
2.
2 more Divine Blade. Imagine if, like,
we also have still not met 3 and 4 S-rank bracers.
Yeah, they mention a big time bracer a couple times in this game.
Yeah, they mentioned, oh yeah, this guy's coming to Calvert, and I'm like, who the fuck is this gonna be?
Yeah, and it's like Cassius's mentor, I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I need to meet this guy.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the big character that they introduce for that one. Imagine if he gets revealed to be like an enforcer.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because one of my theories is that one of the Divine Blades is going to be an enforcer that they introduce.
Yeah.
And like he's led off the path by the Grandmaster or something. Like he just joins to see what the Grandmaster can do.
I think the better question at this point is, who the hell is the Grandmaster?
Yeah, but speaking of which, you actually get a face-to-face confrontation with the Grandmaster in this game.
Yeah.
Like
that's the only MC who has canonically done it.
Yeah, like,
Not Roy, not Marie, not Estelle.
I always expected it would
Not
either be Estelle or Rain who met her first, or, like, at the least Kevin. Van was not one I expected. Like, she straight up just appears, too, because you don't expect it, either. It's like, you're just dealing with Novartis, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, I'm here
It's
now.
like, no, calm down, Novartis. You're being stupid. Stay in the corner.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
she's the mom. Like,
Which is why I thought it was kind of funny. I've had a stupid thought in my head ever since Cold Steel 3, I think. Ever since you saw when they went to Kurt's dojo or whatever, their school, the Vander school.
Yeah, the
And
Vander school.
I was like, is Kurt's mom the leader of Ouroboros?
Yeah, that was
the Grandmaster. Because I was like, they look way too similar.
Yeah, but
just be a little
after
coincidence.
my appearance, I don't think that's the case anymore.
True. I mean, it could literally be anything, but it's the only person we've even remotely seen that has even close to the design, other than what was it from
Nayuta?
Nayuta. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Kreia. Yeah, I don't think that's her though.
I think it's a funny joke to say that that's how Kondo will tie it in, and that Nayuta is fucking McBurn. But it is not it is not real. It's more just funny than anything else.
No, McBurn. I thought McBurn had a theory that he was Epstein or something. I remember that from a while ago. Like,
I don't really want to say McBurn was Epstein, but
yeah, no, come on, Epstein. That's how they say it.
I would not be surprised if it's revealed that he was he's been thousands of years old at this point or something. Yeah, God, what if it's the reveal that he's the reason for the Great Collapse 1,200 years ago?
Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
Because, I have a feeling either him or Campanella is tied to the Great Collapse.
Because, the Grand Reset is to prevent great collapses or catastrophic events happening. What the fuck happened 1,200 years ago to actually enforce something like this?
It reminds me a lot of... You guys don't read One Piece, right?
No, but...
No.
Okay.
I don't
well,
spoilers,
for some context, this isn't going to be super spoilers or anything, but it's more like a central plot point. There's this thing in One Piece called the Void Century. And it's these 100 years of history that are completely forbidden to be studied by the world government. Literally, it's punishable by death for looking into the Void Century.
Interesting.
And, there's a lot of reveals in the later parts of One Piece that go into what the Void Century is. And they're great reveals. They're, the best parts of the second half of One Piece is this, lore reveal of, what happened those 100 years ago. Those 100 years of just no history whatsoever.
Episodes of One Piece 4?
No, the One Piece is tied to something else. This is just a more insane reveal. And I don't want to get into it, because you said you don't want spoilers.
Yeah, I don't want spoilers for it.
But that's really what the Great Collapse is. And it's what happened to these 100 years that you can't talk about, that the government especially doesn't want anyone to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the feeling I'm getting from the Great Collapse. Is some crazy shit happened, and we'll get explanations for it at some point.
Yeah.
Probably the last game in the series we'll get.
It's either going to be the last game or the last arc, because I wouldn't be surprised, because again, there's the reveal of the end. And originally, I thought, because Kevin mentions the end, and originally I thought that meant the reset. But it could also be that the Escalon Saint has seen another Great Collapse happening.
And also, the Grandmaster clearly said 3 years left until primordial nothingness in Reverie.
Yeah, so
And that was 2 years. And that was 2 years before 1209. So even if they managed to stop this grand reset,
what's after it?
Year after.
Yeah, because that's a big thing as well. Again, Yunkai Fan mentions that this is what happens if the Septarian of Steel is subjugated, and it's well, what happens if the Septarian of Time is subjugated? Is there a plan beyond that? Does another Septarian activate? Has Adidos just planned to wipe out humanity or something? Or is it Adidos trying to keep humanity in line? Because these are all by the goddess. All the Septarians are from the goddess.
Or maybe that was a lie, too.
It could be that maybe Adidos isn't the good person. Adidos is painted as a benevolent figure. It could be a reveal that Adidos is a god that's trying to control humanity.
But when they go up, because they were Adidos in the sky, and then they go up there, and she's nowhere to be seen.
It could just be the reveal that Adidos is just all bullshit. Like,
it's just propaganda made by the Septarian Church.
Yeah, it could be revealed that like the Escalon Saint is full of shit. Maybe Nina is the true antagonist and just manipulating humanity. Because again, you're murder. Again, remember the Septarian Church is not like a wholly good church.
No, and there's divisions within it too. So
yeah, like it could be revealed that there's like a secret division we haven't met yet. Because again, Remiferia is probably going to go into that because that's where the church like kind of headquarters is.
That's Altaria, not. That's Altaria, not.
Oh well, we're probably going to go to both, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a reveal at some point.
Yeah, I think they're going to cover all the small places in the next arc. I feel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a big reveal of like no, there's like a secret higher organization above, even like tied directly to the Escalon Saint. That's always about like manipulating humanity, so no one knows Adidos is gone.
Yeah, God.
Like what if the Escalon? What if like who was the head of the Dominions?
Ein.
Yeah, what if like Ein and the Escalon Saint, like Ein actually turns out to be a bad guy? Like there's that thought process. What if she is like people have always joked she's like a good person. She's like in a relationship with Toval. Like they got that weird like back and forth. Like what if it's revealed she's just evil?
Yeah.
What if
Toval's a bum, so I wouldn't be that mad.
What if the big reveal is like he is a bum, but like what if the big reveal is like Toval knows like she's not like evil. She's like, well, people need something to believe in. Like, what is faith without anything?
Yeah,
and it's like
peddling a lot, cause the sky is fake, the stars are fake.
Yeah, what if Aeon knows all of this and it's just like, yeah, if Adidos is really gone, these people need something to believe in. If we have to fool the entire world and execute the people, maybe that's the reason Kevin is executing these people. Like again, they had no problem turning Kevin into the heretic hunter. There's no to like silence anyone who goes against Adidos. What if it's just Ein's will? Like, Ein and the Escalon Saint are just, like, going like, yeah, these guys are going after Adidos, or these guys know Adidos isn't around anymore.
Why he even went after Wiseman in the first place? Because Kevin normally... What if Wiseman saw something when he turned into, like, that like, creature at the end of Sky SC?
Yeah, he basically becomes an angel. He's called Angel Weissman at the end.
Yeah, what if he saw something and he had to be silenced about it, and that's why he got killed instead?
Maybe the reveal is like, maybe he discovered that Adidos isn't real. Like, she's gone. Like, he reached heaven. Because again, it's like, one of the things with Reen is he has to find where the heavens turn.
Also... Oh yeah, they're also still tying that batting from Cold Steel 4 into this game. Again. With the evil Ishmael Gareen up in space.
Yeah, what if, like...
is from another timeline.
Yeah, again, like, what if this is all just a reveal, like, they know Adidos, Ein, like, knows the knowledge that Adidos is gone, and she's manipulating events to make it seem like Adidos is still real.
And that would really go into a really interesting political thing, like manipulating the world to believe a false truth. I think that's much more interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like...
Politics of the series has always been interesting, but this would be another really interesting add on top of it.
Yeah,
this is like the only series I actually care about, like, the political structure of.
Like, this is like the reveal of like, oh yeah, the world needs something to hold on to with how hard it gets. So like,
can you imagine if people actually saw what was up there?
Yeah, because again, I thought that's what's happening at the end, and then it's just a big reveal. Like, no, it's not happening. It's just we're only showing
fake.
Yeah, like we're showing everyone who isn't here fake footage.
The fake sky being walled off in that Septarian of time, anarchy would start, wars would start.
Yeah, and the only people that can see it are like a select few, so only a select few know about this.
It's like they're keeping it a secret to protect the world of Zemeria.
Yeah, what if after all the Septarians are like finally destroyed, Adidos does return? Like that's a big question here. How much of like Adidos is even around at this point?
She could be a lie.
Yeah, Adidos could just be bullshit that the church peddled.
We don't know. We just don't know. It's been 13 games. We still barely know anything.
Yeah.
So you've come this far, and you still understand nothing.
Yeah, what about you, Sable? Do you think there's going to be any crazy reveals like that?
I feel like there are. It's just, at this point, there's just so many directions that they can go. And I feel like one of the things that will probably come back is Valimar and the Azure Knight. I feel like at some point are going to come back.
That would be metal
Because
as
with
hell.
all the other things coming back and making their reappearances, I feel like that might be one of them.
Valentine's
Divine
Soul's
Knights.
already in Tearfing X, I think.
Yeah.
Like at the end of Reverie.
I know.
You see,
I know they
him
made like
texting
the
out a message
cores.
to Reed.
I know they made the cores, but we don't know how. I mean, it could go back further in time. There could be something that comes back. It could be. It really could be anything, and we just don't know.
Yeah, like.
However, I also just don't want them to like just bring everything back from the dead again, because I think that just would make the other games like.
It does take away
less
from things.
impactful.
Yeah.
Like if they start bringing back people like Osborne, Loe.
I can see them being brought
Yeah.
back for like boss fights towards the like final arc of the series. But that's about it. Like I don't want them to fully
or
bring
just
Bob
like
back.
challenge battles in something.
Yeah, like if like the final game has like
non-canon challenge battles.
if the final
that I'd be fine with.
if like the final arc has like everyone together, like giving everyone like select fights, like say like they want to bring back all of Class 7, like have them rematch against Osborne and he comments on how much they've grown, have Loe fight Joshua and Estelle again. Like just fights I'd be fine with.
Yeah.
But I don't want some stupid Kiwami 3 bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think
like
any of them need to come back permanently. Just have them bring them back as like them trying to stop the cast and that's it.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, it was bad enough in Cold Steel 4 when they brought, Oliver and Laura's dad and Toval back. I was like,
they were not going to kill Olivier like that.
I know they weren't going to kill him like that, but just like, you could have had one person survive and have it be him. But I feel like that took a lot of character development away from Laura.
Just like Laura's dad and Toval were doing jack shit.
Yeah,
you could have sacrificed them.
Yeah,
especially since there's like
Laura in general just does jack shit in Cold Steel 4, and like that's more the aspect of them putting Duvalie front and center.
Except for harassing Reen.
Yeah,
that's definitely something she did.
That was just a weirdly handled scene. Like, I get the context of it is supposed to be you've romanced Laura.
They've gotten so much better at writing romance since Cold Steel 4. It's not even funny.
I'm in the minority in liking that scene because Laura's kind of like a troglodyte with her feelings.
Yeah, Laura's a dipshit, so that kind of makes sense she would do that.
Shit out of him and be like, "Wake up, asshole."
Yeah, it's like,
it's kind of the only way she can do it.
But the thing is with that is like, unless you spend time with Laura, like that scene is so fucking out of left field.
Oh yeah, no, I can understand that.
And that's like the big issue I think with like the romances in Cold Steel 4 because it's just kind of like you have to specifically spend a lot of time with these characters, and the game is just kind of expecting you to have done that.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do it with every single one of them.
Yeah, and let's be real here.
Especially when you're limited and can't do everything in a single playthrough.
And let's be real here. They wanted you to just pick Elisa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is also a big thing I had with.
Also, I think it's really funny that Asuka from Tokyo's and I was just like a carbon copy of Elisa.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the exact same fucking character, except even more annoying this time around.
Like my big issue with like that is like I like Elisa. I actually like Elisa. Her design and character are likable to me, but it's like when you want to do these multi-romance options, you can't have favoritism in that, dude, because it's very clear by like Cold Steel 3 they want you to pick Elisa.
Yeah, they do, and I never did.
It will just be better to just have her be the canon interest.
Yeah, like because you could have developed her romance, like.
Which is why I'm so glad that's not the route they're taking with Van. Thank fuck for that.
Yeah, Van's got to love himself. Like, he's like that's the big thing with him. Like, him trying to like, I do kind of like the idea of him trying to like, he clearly wants to bridge the gap with Elaine, but he's still kind of troubled by everything he's been through.
Yeah, he still doesn't know what to do.
No, I don't want to do this right now. I've thought about it, but I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, like, and Elaine is like, I want to close, and Elaine's whole thing is like, I want to close that gap between us, so I don't care how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of which, I can't imagine how Elaine feels right now.
I mean,
after finding out
that one of was pretty awkward.
Friends was a fucking.
Yeah, that I really need them to go into that for the next game because
like we know about their friendship.
Like like Elaine out of all of them just wanted things back to normal. She wanted like Van and Renee in her life again, and Like,
Yeah.
she got that at the end of Daybreak 1, where they all went out for drinks together and were happy. But then, like, she gets hit with the sucker punch that Renee probably never gave a shit. Just when she was finally fixing things with Van and, like, finally bridging that gap that he had. And then it's just like, oh no,
Here's
Renee
the
has
thing,
been...
I don't think Renee was evil or this thing this entire time, though. I think when he was a kid and like during their school days, I think he was like a normal person.
I think the
I think he
reveal...
somehow got those powers afterwards.
I think the
And then
reveal
became
is going to
normal.
be that he's doing all of these resets so he can get, like, create a world where Van is
Good
never
out.
taken by the cult.
Yeah.
Never
I
taken
feel
a
like
whole- their friendship's
it's-
never taken apart.
Yeah.
it's going to be something like that because, I mean, why else would he, you know, be hesitant even with Agnes at the end? It's like, well, are you sure you want to do it?
Yeah, because
And
I
then
think
they
at
do
the
it.
end, he just wants things like... I wouldn't be surprised if in a timeline, maybe, like, shit went really bad, and, like, that's when he became the Grendel. Like, he sold his soul or something to the cult and was just like, yeah, this can fix everything, fine, I'll sell my soul to you guys and become your, like, demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be like Osborn who sacrificed his soul to Ishamelga so that he could save his son.
Yeah, it's going to be very much like, I pay my soul to just... I want things back. I want my friends to be happy or something. I just want things to be normal and back to
I
normal.
wonder if Ramhart's just gonna take a back seat now, or if he's gonna...
I think Graham Hart's going to be a central character, especially since Agnes is his doll. Which, yeah, I never mentioned, but I really do like how much he just genuinely cares for Agnes.
Yeah.
No,
It was nice.
Like him, like that actually
Like,
got me a bit at the end when he's just begging Agnes not to do this. Because it's like, this
Yeah,
is the
and
last
then-
love, this is his daughter.
Like before this game came out, I thought, oh, because I got fucking spoiled on that Anya's final outfit. And I'm like, wait, did he do something to Anya's to like make her that, like they did with Milliam and the Sword of the End? No, thank God, that's not the case.
No, he was doing
Yeah.
everything so he didn't have to come to that.
Yeah.
Also, that memento orb with him and his wife was beautiful, man. Like, just him breaking down, crying.
It's his voice actor. That's another thing. The voice acting in this game was fucking amazing.
Yeah, like
Seriously.
it's...
They all did such a good job. In English and Japanese.
Yeah, and it's
like really good all around.
Yeah, they really...
Except for the Screamer girl. Well, whoever did her did a good job at that role, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just...
He really just won me. Again, I said it earlier. He really won me over this time around. I'm so happy with the direction they took with him.
Yes.
Roy Gramhart is the greatest Republican of all time.
But I do like, again, I'm very excited to see what they do with him for the rest of the game. With the rest of these games. Like, I'm going to guess he's probably going to team up with Van. That's going to be really cool, honestly.
Absolutely.
Like, he's 100% going to work together with
Van. To get his daughter back. 100%.
Yeah, ultimately, that's going to be how it starts. He's going to be the one that comes to the door.
And he reminds Van.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Imagine if that's the reveal.
And that's the 4 SPG.
And you're going to be like, Mr. President, what the fuck are you doing here?
So, Mr. President, what are you doing here? I need to find my daughter. And it's like, what do you mean?
Who the fuck? Yeah. It's
going to be like a really like weird piecing together.
We need to get the team together.
I'm assembling a team.
This game really is a lot like Infinity War in a lot of ways.
Yeah, shit gets horrible, and now it's time for things to get better.
Which I think is gonna... I do think Van has a chance of dying.
That would be pretty fucking ballsy if they killed off Van.
Which I think the whole thing is crazy too, because Daybreak 1, it's like, no, you're not going to fight this and sacrifice yourself. And then what ultimately happens at the end here to save everybody
is Anya sacrifice
she does
herself.
It instead.
And Van tells her you're not going to do it.
Yep.
So it really just like, will Van sacrifice himself so that Agnes can live? Will it be the other way around?
They'll probably just find... I'm not going to be surprised if they find a way to deal with the Great Reset.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to deal with it, but I don't think it'll come without sacrifices or conflict.
God, imagine if it's the Grandmaster who figures it out.
She probably already knows.
I wouldn't be surprised if she appears and just...
Did Kevin literally say Phase 3 is now finally commencing? As soon as the Grand Reset happens? Yeah, she knows. She knows what the fuck to do.
Something's afoot.
I like the idea that it's going to be another team up, because one thing I've liked about Daybreak is the Daybreak arc is you've been teaming up with the Ouroboros members.
Yeah.
Because
what if you team up with the entire society?
It would be like the entire society decides to see what, like, I would be interested if it was like a couple of the members decide to see what you can do. Like, they grow interested in seeing, like, okay, how do you plan to stop a rewinding world? Because, again, their whole goal is just seeing how humanity handles the Septarians.
Yeah.
And then Harwood will just fuck off for the entirety of the game for no reason.
Harwood's going to come in and just be a dick. He's going to become the next Hollow Core. Like, well, I get to control time now.
He's like, haha, you thought you were done? Fuck off.
Yeah, I really hope Harwood gets to be, like, the true main, like... I want to reveal that Harwood just betrays the Enforcers and just gains the Septarian powers.
I think he's going to Stage Coup or something.
He kind of just does his own thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he does start like a civil war in Ouroboros of just like, can you really trust this plan going on?
That would be interesting, but
yeah,
because like he never really seems loyal to anything.
He just seems to be in it for like the thrills. Like he's just a psycho.
Like we know why he got hired. Because he like surrendered the Moonlight Horse Order to Ouroboros. That's why he got hired in the first place. But what if it was just a means to an end?
Yeah, and literally no one in Ouroboros trusts him.
No.
Look, but Novartis hates him. Fucking.
Well, Novartis doesn't matter. Like everybody fucking hates Novartis.
I can't like
literally, I love that. Like literally, no one in Ouroboros likes a Novartis.
I can't imagine what Vita thinks of him.
Harwood or Novartis?
Yeah, Harwood.
She probably thinks he's an annoying idiot, but also funny.
Yeah.
I want a joke reveal. I want a joke reveal that like he jokingly hit on her at one point. Like,
I mean, based, but also no chance in hell.
Speaking of Vita, and I know she's like not in this game in the slightest, but I've always shocked they never brought back those like. In Cold Steel 2, she had, like, those hollow eyes. If you remember that one scene where, when they were going through the Septarian temples?
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they never brought that back for 3 and, like, throughout the other games. That was just one scene.
Yeah, I don't know either. Wasted potential. Bring fucking Vita back. Vita and Emma have to come back at this point, because of what's going on.
Yeah, I was like, kind of shocked. I wonder if that's how they try to counteract it, is they bring in witch magic.
Like, yes, that witch village that we had back in a while ago.
Yeah, remember the witches that exist in this universe? Don't ask questions.
Yeah, reuse the assets.
You get Vita Jiggle, bro. All right.
That's my credit card.
You get that Arabonia Jiggle.
For all the DLC costumes.
It's gonna be $70.
Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, you know, first off, fuck the. I love Falcon, but fuck you guys and that kind of shit.
Literally, 180 for the Ultimate Edition.
Did you guys ever? I don't expect you to, but did you ever watch that old DLC video I made?
I think I did, yeah.
Where one of the ones I picked was Falcom, and back then I was only at Cold Steel 1, and it just baffles me at how worse they've gotten with that.
Oh yeah, they've gotten as bad as like Atelier in that regard.
Well, they're as bad as Atelier and Alice at this point.
I'm just praying they don't reach Bandai Namco levels of bad, because Tails DLC is a different breed, bro. You have to pay for skits.
Wait, what?
So Tales of DLC can either acquire abilities, will make you get abilities that give you more money or gold, or you have to pay, and in Berseria's case, they made you pay for extra skits.
Oh my god.
That's horrible.
Yeah, Graces, I think, also did it on the PS3. But, like, again, the Graces...
I mean, the SFS speech stuff was DLC and Reverie, but...
Like, the Graces DLC stuff, at the very least, comes with the remaster, so you don't have to worry about that. But Berseria, I'm guessing they're going to do that with that remaster. But, like, back in the day, if you wanted some of the extra skits and some of the skills, you had to pay money for it.
That's ridiculous.
And what kind of sucks is, like, the Graces paid DLC is actually really fucking funny. Because, like, they got all the old... Because, like, it's a lot of post-game stuff, so you're kind of meant to beat the game.
I really wonder if Falcom would ever try to, like, do a story DLC. like a story expansion.
The most they've ever done was like the SSS going to the beach in Reverie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
So you could stare at
story
Rishia titties.
for like $30 or something like that. I don't know.
I
Or
feel
maybe no, I don't think that's possible due to how their release schedule works.
Yeah, I don't think so, because then, are you then going to build your story based off of assuming people did the DLC or not, and then that's going to fuck up
Yeah, you're
continuity.
right. That's
like
not,
yeah, it's not like Remind where it's like you could technically like Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind where you could technically go into 4 without it.
Oh my god, fucking Kingdom Hearts.
We're never seeing it. It's a money laundering scheme by Disney at this point.
Literally, like Falcom is cooking 5-star meals every year while Square Enix doesn't even turn on the fucking stove.
The thing about Kingdom Hearts,
when...
there's actually an interview about it with Nomura as he talks about why these games take so long. And it's like, it's not like games where they can just reuse shit. Like every world needs to basically be designed from the ground up because it's so different from each one.
Yeah, no, I understand why these games take so fucking long to make, but Jesus Christ, man. Like, I just want to see another trailer of that game, please. I don't care if it's still 3 years off. I just want to see it again.
All right, what are we going to see first then, since we're on the subject? Are you going to see a trailer of that, or are you going to see DQ 12 first?
Dragon Quest 12 doesn't exist. Like,
they don't exist.
That game's dead.
Dude, I'm going through the Dragon Quest games, and it's like, I love this. I've fallen in love with this series. I'm on 7 right now, because I'm playing the remake. Pretty disappointing, honestly. That remake is kind of meh. But,
Meanwhile, Capcom is on fucking fire right now. We're releasing everything under the sun for literally all their franchises except for fucking Ace Attorney.
Poor Phoenix Wright found dead in a ditch.
I need an Ace Attorney that's like I need an Ace Attorney that has the same level of polish as Resident Evil Requiem, man. That would be so.
Yeah, you're gonna see Phoenix Wright spin kick a zombie.
No, Phoenix Wright's gonna show up with like a gray stubbly beard and like
old man
like
Phoenix
hair, and he's gonna.
I'm too old for this shit. Where's the parrot?
Speaking of that, have you guys ever played Project X Zone?
No, but I know he's in that game.
Yeah, he's in the sequel, and like he actually does more to uncover the plot than the main characters do. It's very funny because like they recreate the over the top courtroom stuff when he discovers where the plot of one of the antagonists, and you just see them do the over the top reaction of like Yarg! It's like
I still need to play Investigations and Great Ace Attorney. But
play Great Ace Attorney. I'm gonna play once I finish.
I need to take a break after Spirit of Justice.
Once I finish Dragon Quest 7, I'm gonna do the investigation games.
I might actually be there for those streams if you do them on stream.
I can't. They're on my Switch.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't.
But yeah, play Great Ace Attorney. Those are the best Ace Attorney games. Period.
I believe you.
I
definitely believe you because I've heard nothing but great things about it.
They go unbelievably hard with those games. It is insane how well written they are. Like Naruhodo Ryosuke, like Phoenix was always my favorite character. Naruhodo is like actually better than him somehow.
But yeah, Kai no Kaseki was my game of the year last year. Honestly, it might be in Horizon. Just replaying again was even a better experience than it was the first time. After you know the whole story.
Yeah, it really depends.
It's so good playing this game a second time. It's because you realize how genius it is.
It really depends on how well the SC remake goes, or if they drop anything else this year. But right now, Horizon is my game of the year.
Yeah, I love this game. It's in my top 3.
Ooh,
the only thing I think that could beat it for you, Crimson, is maybe Fortune's Weave. But I don't even know how good that game is gonna be if it even comes out this year. Because Nintendo's being quiet, very unusually.
They're being very weird right now.
Yeah, it kind of shocks me that we haven't seen much from Nintendo. Like they've been dropped. I wonder if they're just planning a big direct at some point.
It might be planning like another April direct, like they did for Switch 2. Because like we still don't know about Fortune's Weave, Dustbloods was
that Yoshi
we
game.
don't know anything about. Yeah, we know. Yeah, but fuck Yoshi. No,
well, they dropped actually a trailer for that recently, so I think they're just gonna do light marketing for that throughout the rest of the cycle till May when it comes out.
Yeah, like what is...
Yeah, because no one's gonna play a game about Yoshi's.
Exactly. Like, as someone who's played games by Yoshi's, like, it just feels like these things are there to, like, fill up a time slot, honestly.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're actually going to try with this one, because Crafted and Woolly World I like the visuals of, but, like, they weren't really good games.
I mean, this one has nice visuals, so I'm like, I'm interested, but I just want to see a little bit more before I decide on it.
I'm just wondering if we're going to get when the next, like... Because I know, like, Monolith Soft is working on something. I don't think it's Xenoblade 4. I think they're taking a break from the Xeno games. But more than anything, like, when's the next 3D Mario?
I don't know. I keep seeing fake leaks for this one thing. And
yeah, Mario Titans.
Looks odd.
Yeah, that's all AI generated, so...
Yeah, it's all weird. And I'm like, this better not be it, because that would be really depressing. But...
If like the leaks just look like Mario Odyssey is the thing, and like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be against that. I like the visuals of Odyssey.
Probably getting this year though. The next mainline Sonic game. That's probably happening this year.
Yeah,
early next year.
I mean, expectations for that are through the roof, especially since Sega's been slowly crawling themselves out of whatever the fuck they were doing in the 2010s with Sonic.
Capcom also had some interesting leaks. I think someone said DMC6 is on the way.
They posted, Johnny Young Bosch posted an image of a 6, and it could just be him fucking around.
It was just some fan art. I don't think it's... It was just fan art. It wasn't like an official source or anything. It was just Johnny Young Bosch promoting some cool-ass fan art, but...
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Capcom was working on DMC next after RE9.
Like, yeah, their next...
Then again, Capcom also apparently has Resident Evil Code Veronica remake in the work, an RE1 remake in the work, RE10 is in the works. Like,
dude, I feel like an RE1 remake wouldn't make sense, because there already is an RE1 remake.
Yeah, but I played the RE1 remake, and it controls like shit, so...
They probably would put that on NSO. I wouldn't be surprised, because it is a GameCube game.
Yeah.
It's already on Nintendo Switch. You can buy it.
Yeah, but again, putting it on NSO would be interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we got, like, when's the next Pokemon game come to NSO? Because we got Pokemon XD.
I mean, Pokemon seems to be taking a bit of a break right now, because Winter Waiting ain't coming out until next year.
Yeah, they made Poketopia, which has been, like, a smash hit from what I've seen.
Bro, my friends won't shut the fuck up about that game. I'm like, what the hell is so good about it?
Yeah, they've been, like, everyone, like, nobody had faith in it when it was first revealed, which is funny.
I thought it looked stupid.
And then now it's like the gaming sensation. Everyone's playing it and talking about it.
And Amazon even raised the price on it temporarily.
Those fuckers.
Fuck Amazon.
And yeah, it's basically just a smash hit. That's crazy. Like,
yep.
I think it sold like 2 million copies in 4 days.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy for a spin-off title, but it is Pokemon. So
yeah, but even then, like, that's still kind of crazy, because Pokemon is, like, the thing about Pokemon, they kind of didn't do a whole lot of spin-offs nowadays. Because, like, they used to make...
No, sorry.
They used to
most of their spin-offs lately have been just, like, free-to-play things.
Yeah, so, like...
Yeah. So a fully full-price game is nice to see.
Yeah, like, fully full-price game that... My buddies in one of the Discords I'm in love the game, and it's like, there's so much shit you can do. And it's very funny to me, because some of the lines I've been seeing.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon Minecraft, apparently.
People have been saying it's like Pokemon Dragon Quest Builders, which kind of makes me want to play Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah, it's by the same devs. I think it is. Yeah, they said it's by the same devs.
All right.
There's Dragon Builders too.
So that makes sense. Yeah, I might get it at some point. I don't know.
Copies in 5 days, which is absolutely insane. I did not expect the game to do that well, but...
What?
RE9 sold 5 million copies in 5 days.
Yeah, and like in its first week, because like people were joking that like that's the power of putting Leon Kennedy in your game. It's like, yeah, that's true.
Have you seen the Leon Kennedy shit posts where they just put him in a random game and just have him say a dumb one-liner?
Yes,
it's so fun. It's so funny.
Somebody put him with Sans from Undertale, and they were just sending one-liners to each other.
I want to see how Leon would react to the Trails universe. That would be hysterical.
So there's a guy I watch who does like video game like parodies, and he just did an RE9 one, and it's like it swaps between him and Grace, and it's like him making jokes every time he kills, like stupid puns every time he kills a zombie, and Grace just running for her fucking life from everything.
Yeah, that's the RE9 game experience basically. That's completely on point. You go from being absolutely terrified for like 2 hours to being like absolutely hyped and with over the top action for the next 2 hours. It's really fun, and it's a great way to break up the tension.
Somebody wrote under the comments, RE9 is a horror game, and then you play as a Leon.
And then you're the survival horror.
Yeah.
But it's such a fun game, man. It's my game of the year personally so far. Because I cheated with Horizon last year, I might cheat again with Horizon this year. I don't know. It just depends on how good Kyoto Xanadu is, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be as good as Horizon.
I think Kyoto Xanadu is going to be a very experimental game.
It's going to be interesting for sure, but I'd like some of the things I've seen, because I'd like that game to kind of spin off and be something different than the rest of the other stuff. Because you have Ease, and then you have Trails, and then you have this game, which does some other things.
Oh, yeah, and Dragon Slayer's coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer. Yeah, they announced that, too, and I'm like, what the fuck are they cooking over there, bro?
Somebody stated that, like, in an interview, Condos wanted to make a Souls-like, so they thought, like, hey, what if they turn Dragon Slayer into a Souls-like?
That'd be a great way to make money.
Yeah, like, that's a gameplay style they haven't done yet. Ys is very fast. Xanadu seems like it's trying to explore new gameplay mechanics, so why not let Dragon Slayer do that?
And I like the idea of the 2D stuff.
Yeah, even if it wasn't.
It looks interesting.
Of Xanadu 1, I'm interested to see what Kyoto Xanadu is and see what
Kyoto. Like Xanadu feels like it's just a budget Ys title. This, like, I think Kyoto actually feels like it's trying to be its own thing.
Yeah. Which is why I'm excited to see something different.
Also, Kyoto Xanadu is connected to Xanadu 1. That we found that out a couple days ago.
I can't wait for Ko to come in and be a bum again. Nah, I like Ko. He's not as good as the other protagonist, but he's fine.
Bro, Ko is a busted ass character. He's doing like 12k damage right now on his crits. It's crazy.
He's gonna show up and he's gonna be like the secret boss.
Yeah, like they do in Persona with the other protagonists.
They literally mentioned Nemesis and the XRC and like some of those previews. Yeah, they're coming back, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Let him and Asuka be like a secret boss where he like swaps between them.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love that, especially. Also, Toa will be in the game for no reason again.
Yeah, put Toa in the game for literally no reason.
Toa's just bouncing around. Hey guys, I'm a teacher again.
You know what they'll do? They'll probably put the #1 fan favorite character from like the last arc or something as like the Xanadu character.
Come on, Angelica.
Oh my god.
Bro, imagine it was fucking Harwood, dude. Please.
Harwood shows up. Hey kids, want cigarettes?
In his Grover ass jacket.
Yeah. He killed Grover from Sesame Street and just made him into a pelt.
I know this is probably just a coincidence, but Grover looks just like Renee Kincaid, and I think it's funny how...
That is pretty funny.
Secret. He was also like a secret boss / party member. I think that was... Also, I was not expecting June to be the fucking Seal Knight, dude. That one was like shocking.
That was actually a good reveal.
I'm like, how the... Because like when he said Ko's name at the end, I was like, wait, this is someone Ko knows. Who the fuck... It's not Ryota, is it?
Yeah, and it's just like, it's the midget, like, kid who looks like he could barely push over cardboard.
Yeah, he's the strongest character in the game.
Yeah, he's John 1000.
So that was a very funny game.
He's John Xanadu.
I like how it has Blade in it.
It's not a game I'm ever going to play, probably, but I had my fun with it.
Yeah, it's a game that gets... It's got a boring first half, but a much better second half.
Oh, no, the first half fucking sucked. I was so bored.
That is the main thing I'm really hoping they fix with Kyoto.
Over again. You just do side quests. You go... It's like the fucking Cold Steel 1 field trips.
It kind of feels like they were trying to replicate that in Persona of, like, mundane school life. Because, again, like, big stuff like that was, like, huge back then. Like, Persona changed the fucking game with their, like, mix of that, but it's, like, just not a good mix.
school stuff was never really the core focus. But like in Xanadu, like you are always at the school.
Yeah, I feel like they wanted to try to capture the more like feel of like being a student and living that life. But Ko doesn't go to school or classes.
Yeah, no, he just goes into the underworld.
He has a fucking job. Like
a million jobs.
He has a million jobs. His friends give him a hard time about it because they broke ass bitches.
Yeah, Ko's just getting paid, and he's got like girls throwing themselves at him. You know, good on Ko. I guess boring. I guess blank face protagonist is popular.
Which is why I love when you buy things for his room and then you invite characters to the room. At least in the Switch version, the lines are just hilarious. Where he's like, "Oh man, I wish I was that blanket." I was like, "What?"
Just
what the fuck?
No, bro. When I put the magical Lisa girl poster up in mine, invited Asuka over. Yeah, that was funny. Like, why the fuck do you have this?
It's like I'm looking in a mirror.
Maybe my mom will make nukes one day, says Asuka. Oh, wait.
That's Crimson with Urga.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, but yeah, I'm really hoping. Like again, Falcom has slowly kind of become one of my favorite gaming companies in terms of their quality. So I'm really hoping this next output of games is good.
Definitely. I think that they're on the right track.
Horizon 2 is overtaking Kingdom Hearts 4 as my most anticipated game of all time.
Yeah, and they've already said that they finished. I think they said they just finished writing the script for Horizon 2.
Yeah, the story they have.
It might be early 2027 then.
I wonder if their plan is to get like at least one of the main story out a year.
I don't know. I think that's the wrong thing to do because
maybe like
we saw how when they tried to rush. We got Daybreak 2. I don't think they're gonna do that again.
Daybreak 2 was more just them not having anything, so they did kind of rush it out the door. But I feel like now they are able to take their time because they've got the remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a remake, then new game. Remake, new game.
And in between those is in between those is like either Xanadu, Dragon Slayer, or a Ys remaster or remake.
Yeah.
I think that's
or just a new Ys game.
Ys 11 might be soon.
Like, that'll be the next one.
It's either the next game they announce is either Horizon 2, the next Ys, or the Dragon Slayer game they're working on.
If it's not Horizon 2, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. I'm not waiting 3 years for this game, man.
I was laughing too because the one vestige at the end it looked like they had red hair, and I was like, I swear to God, if you pull an adult Christian into this shit, I'm gonna be mad. Leave that man to crash his boats or whatever the fuck he does, and leave him out of it.
No, I don't want to connect Trails to Xanadu and Ys. I think that would be
a mistake.
Ys basically being like a reveal that in the final game of Ys he crashes his ship into that astral abyss place, and then he ends up a vestige.
God damn it! What do I do now? Dogi, help me!
Yeah, he sees he sees like fucking Bearguard, and he thinks it's just old Dogi.
Dogi, that you?
Hey, Dogi, how you doing? And then it's just the reveal that all this time it's just been he's Shirley's true father.
Oh God!
What
just
the?
Literally no explanation. Like,
oof. Yeah, that's the kid he had with Fina or something. I don't fucking know. I've not played all the Ys games, so I don't know.
I still got to do them myself, to be honest.
I have not played it.
I gotta play them all still.
I will be playing it, but like I want to get through the Mana games and then the Star Ocean games.
That might be the next major series that might be this year's big series that I tackle. Because I really want to play more action games this year instead of RPGs, and I think Ys might be a good way to.
Yeah, that's a good transition.
To do that, because like I'm tired. I'm being honest. I'm tired of RPGs a little bit.
I'm playing. I can't be tired of them, dude. I'm just.
You're the king.
Yeah. Well, I'm the future king. Right now, I'm just a soldier.
And I'm your future court jester. So.
True. We'll sell you to the cartel if anything happens.
Thanks, buddy.
Speaking of which, have you seen those like AI videos of like Dragon Ball characters dapping each other up?
No, but I have seen the AI video of P. Diddy and Epstein having a Dragon Ball fight. I've seen that one.
That's hysterical. So it's this guy who basically writes these scripts out, and he does like hood. They're basically like hood characters versions of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And the newest one, he brought like the Xenoverse 3 character that everyone's been joking about, calling him John Dragon Ball.
Oh my god.
And in the comments, somebody pointed out that they took the whole idea for that skit just comes from somebody mentioning John Dragon Ball to him in one of the comments.
Like,
And it's just
I don't like AI skits at all, but that is funny.
yeah, it's stupid funny. Like, because he just takes the guy who mentioned, because the whole thing with John Dragon Ball is just he's the new Xenoverse character, and everyone's just been joking about him being the strongest character in all of fiction.
Oh yeah, Xenoverse 3 is actually a thing. I forgot.
Yeah, it's called Project 1000, so it might have a different name, but it's basically Xenoverse 3 from what I've gathered.
1,000 playable characters.
John Dragon Ball is keeping it 1000.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say about all of that, about
I
Horizon.
think we covered pretty much everything for Horizon.
Yeah. Good 2 hours
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
we
I mean,
definitely talked a lot longer than I thought we would, but
Yeah,
it's all part of
again,
the fun.
I think it's good to close out.
I just love talking about these games and this. I'm glad I was finally able to articulate my thoughts on this game to like people who I actually know. It's just holding it in like a really bad fart for like an entire year. that was okay. That was probably not the best analogy, but
yeah, like this was a great game. Like it's fantastic, and I'm very, very excited to see where it goes.
we will get Kai 2 before Kingdom Hearts 4.
We're gonna get a lot of
Definitely.
games before Kingdom Hearts 4 at this point.
And about double the amount more than DQ12.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably beat every Dragon Quest and like every Square game before we get any more info on Dragon Quest 12.
Yeah.
I'm already halfway
Yeah.
through, I think, their library at this point.
But yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me. You got any final words?
I guess play Resident Evil Requiem. It's a really good game. That's it.
What about you, Sable?
No, I'm just really excited for what the next direction is, and hopefully it's not too long of a wait.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, hopefully it's next year.
thank you all for joining us for another episode of Airship Lounge. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.